back, everyone. This is it. We just saw EG. They go up 1-0 against compLexity. But let's be real. compLexity was 2 minutes away from making TI yesterday against VGJ Storm. But now they're in the dumps. But there's only one way to go from there, and that is up. We know they can do it. 343/Adam. His drafts have been insane. They've been good. Maybe they overthought it. So let's go back to the basics, guys. Let's watch. Let's get this to a 1-1. BSJ, how do we do that if you're compLexity?
First off, the first step is what they already did in the draft is to ban Bloodseeker. Get that hero out of there. Like, that's a core part of it. But I believe what EG is going to do, I was going to say they're going to ban Murata, and then if you don't ban Chen, they first pick it. So compLexity, they just have to take into account, you know, if we get past the first 10 minutes, I think they're actually the better team right now, at least in the current moment. So I feel like as long as they can withstand the laning stage,
where it's not out of control.
Then I feel like they are slightly favored. It's not drastic, but the real question is, you know, Grant, will the punks be satisfied?
Well, if you're an actual punk, I'm sure after he solo
That's
killed
why I
Liv
asked you.
twice,
Yeah.
then they would indeed be sad. They should be satisfied after that last game. Because would you say, are punks fans of EG or Sumail?
I don't know.
Is it overall?
I mean, are punks even fans of Sumail? Like, isn't that why he made that tweet in the first place?
Yeah, I have no clue. You know, memes, I only like the danks of memes, like Dan's Gaming, Explain, you know, the Bulldog. I don't know. I'm fans of the simple memes, not the thinking memes.
Okay. Yeah, I know you like to keep it simple, Grant. I understand.
And
that's why I tried to ask you that question, because I thought it was rudimentary enough. But
I do love Rudies and Mentries, but Skywrath, speaking of keeping it simple, right, this is one way to win a lane. Pick Skywrath, send him to a lane with anyone, you're going to win that lane.
They just pick Warlock, right? Or Witch Doctor? You have to pick one of the two. Yep. You just say, hey, whatever lane he goes to, we'll put that healing support there. I think that's usually the best play.
Who do you like more?
I mean, it honestly depends on what core they want to put with it. I think if you have like a frontlining type core, then you want the Warlock. If you have like a more skirmishy pick-off type core, you want the Witch Doctor.
Yep. Okay.
So it's
there
a matter
is still
of
Naga. Do you not think Naga's good if there's no Morana? Or I still think that's a great.
I mean, it's still like Naga Jakiro. Jakiro was banned last time. It's open here. Like, I think that would be a strong opening.
Yeah, there's the Warlock. And Night Stalker.
Okay.
So Lycan's already banned. Another hero that we see a decent amount against Night Stalker that I recently learned about, well, may see it next round, not this one, is the Undying, because the Tombstone has 1800 night vision, which I did not know. So
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like 2 days ago. Cinder told me that.
That's really good knowledge. Actually.
Yeah, so it's something that, you know, it deals with them in the laning stage because most heroes can't trade very well, and then it also helps you deal with it later. So it's something we may end up see coming out at some point. Another hero that I highlight against Night Stalker is Venomancer, just because of the wards. For vision. Generally, you want some hero. I'm just throwing them out there. The night vision heroes, Luna, Slark, Spirit Breaker is another one. Like, not because he gives night vision, but because he charges the Night Stalker and then you get his vision. Just generally speaking, when you're playing against Night Stalker, unless you're going to pick like a Bloodseeker or like in a carry that just counters them in lane, which are both banned out, you have to be okay about the vision game. Beastmaster is also an offlaner. We've seen what didn't used to be good, but now that the Hawk is just reduced by 25% rather than being set to a certain amount, is not so bad anymore.
To me, I'm already looking at the initial bans, going back to that real quickly. Again, you remember what compLexity banned? They banned Jakiro and Magnus in 2 of their 3 bans, as well as the IO, I believe it was.
Oh, that's an interesting pick.
Very EG-specific bans, maybe. Again, it goes back to, I really think they overthought their overall draft. They're going more standard here this time around. Warlock, Night Stalker opening, the Chen, Bloodseeker, IO bans, all very good. We do see Phantom Lancer, as you're getting at, though, Arteezy PL.
They need to babysit this PL. It's a good hero against Night Stalker as the game goes on, but it's not good if he's, like, pressured at night, like for the first 4 minutes, like from 4 to 8 minute nighttime. So you just have to have a, I think they're going to pick something, like I mentioned, like the Undying, something, or ET, a hero like that just says, I'm going to sit in this Phantom Lancer's lane and keep the Night Stalker off of him. Oh, I guess the Phoenix counter as well, which I did not consider. Turning it to day for 6 seconds or whatever.
Okay, this was a...
It's a fly comfort hero.
Okay, this was a battle, Tier 8 Battle Cup. It was me, Bleak, Boris, Ritsu Yawar, and Ritsu decided to draft Night Stalker Phoenix. And at the time, I was really tired. And I forget the exact how it happens. Like, someone turned it nighttime on Night Stalker, and then we supernova. And then I thought it would be, like, night after the supernova, but Night Stalker's ulti had already... I don't know. We're not going to see it, but it was not a pleasant experience to actually play with.
The D-synergy was there.
I had no clue what the hell was happening. But also, Night Stalker, I love the fact Night Stalker's built Crimson Guard versus PL. Like, Crimson Guard destroys PL for the most part, like if you get it early enough.
I like the bans that EG has for PL. I feel like a lot of the heroes that actually deal with PL really well became unpickable, such as Ember, because we're seeing these lane issues. You just pick like a Huskar, and that Ember can't play his game anymore. So I think that's a lot of the reason why we're seeing PLs earlier on they're getting away with it, is because a lot of the heroes that deal with them can't actually be picked until very, very last pick. And then... But at the same time, I do think compLexity has to pick something that deals with PL as soon as possible, because you're going to have more issues arise in the draft. And as of now, Warlock and Night Stalker are both quite bad against PL as the game goes on.
Mirana and Windranger both being banned. Really like those bans from EG, because in the success that compLexity we've seen throughout these group stages, we've seen it in the hands specifically of Z-Freak. And he has, I know he's their position 4 player, but he's one of those position 4s that can truly carry the game for his team in a lot of ways. So, you know, where do they go now? You know, what kind of playmaking hero is Z-Freak going to extend into? Will it just be more of the initiator, or will they get some kind of semi-carry to play on?
I hope they don't outdraft themselves and make this a Night Stalker support.
No, I don't think.
I like Lesh. Okay. That's great against PL.
Yep.
At least in the early to mid game.
I assume that's going to be a Mumian or Night Stalker for sure.
Yeah, Night Stalker Lesh isn't bad against PL if they want to do that. It could still be a core Lesh as well.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. With compLexity, after what we saw last game, like, I have to wait till I see the whole smorgasbord of 5 heroes. And yep, there's the Witch Doctor.
So all the stuff I said, throw it out the window. They just, instead of taking the counter to Night Stalker later on, they say the only issue we're going to have is the laning stage. Pick the only healer that's left.
Voodoo Restoration.
Yep. And PL also has naturally very high base HP regen, so it's kind of like a Slark type hero where he just doesn't lose the lane because of it.
It's not compLexity. Yeah, sold him perhaps that being a limp Leshrac, especially against the Phantom Lancer matchup. So, what does that mean?
They need a stun though for Skyreth Mage. They need some sort of setup.
Who did Cole last pick last game? Sorry, was it Wind? Did they?
It was Windranger. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't think you can pick Limp a losing matchup. Like they picked Storm 4th, and they said Sumail, you're going 1-on-1. What do you want?
What do you
and he just gets puck and he dumpsters them. Like, I think you have to wait. You have to give Limp, like, obviously it could be a Limp Leshrac, but they haven't given that away, which is smart. I don't think you can't, like, tell your highest skilled player in Limp, well, you're going into a losing matchup. I think you have to wait till the end.
And that would mean they'd have to pick their safe lane here, though, most likely.
Is it time for the good old Sand King? You know, Sand King Leshrac, and then safe lane Night Stalker last pick mid.
See, that goes back to Z-Freak on Sand King, though. It's not really who can take over the game necessarily. I mean, yes, it's still a good pick, but as far as a comfort for compLexity goes, I really would like
You're
to see
not harassing this lane is the one problem I have. You're not harassing Witch Doctor PL. So is there another option to actually kill them? If not, they're kind of just seceding, saying we're going to be okay in this lane, but we're not going to beat it.
Yeah.
And if you have a core in the safe lane that you pick second, and it's not going to lose its lane, that's like too powerful, I think, right now.
They do it. I like,
I feel like there's no other option, right?
You said it, yeah.
It makes sense, definitely.
And they're the one team, right, where we've seen Night Stalker be run as a carry lately. Like, compLexity have done it. I mean, this is...
It's better when you have absolute last pick, because that means you have the counter pick in the mid lane, so you can actually rely on your mid laner having a good game.
Yep. And they have Teamfight now. I like that if, in doubt, maybe you do lose lanes, you have Sand King, Leshrac, Warlock Teamfight with Night Stalker's vision. I like what they're doing there. Maybe lanes could be still janky still, but their 20 minutes is going to look good.
Yeah, the other issue, Devil's Advocate, of picking up Sand King there too, though, is, again, this pretty much makes it a Leshrac in the middle lane of Limp. I mean, I suppose they could swap it around.
It's going to be safe lane Night Stalker, and it's going to be off lane Lesh, almost certainly. I feel like if you pick Sand King Lesh, you have to lane it together.
So it's going to be a Moo Night Stalker then.
Yeah, they've done it a couple times
now. It's like
now.
Mirana Naga at this point. You have to put them together if they're on the same team.
I suppose they have. That's correct, yeah.
I feel like you have to ban Ember if you're EG.
And then
it doesn't like crush TA in lane or anything, but it's really good against all the other heroes. And then it's exactly what compLexity needs. They don't have a hero that like plays alone and actually farms this game.
Look at this time. They give EG picks their middle hero before. I mean,
it doesn't matter, right? Because you have 2 picks in a row.
Yeah. So we'll see now. The ban. Who do you ban? What is EG looking for? They're looking for their S4 hero, right? Yeah.
Beastmaster, 100%.
100%. Well,
They need a setup for Skywrath Mage ult. Wow, they go Magnus. Okay.
You think it's an instant BM for EG?
I mean, you have no setup for Skywrath Mage, and you first picked it. I have to believe it's going to be an offlaner that sets him up.
No.
And I guess Mag is more their playstyle.
Yeah, it's S4.
So that's why they banned it, and it makes sense. They don't want to lose to it. But I still think Beastmaster is a way better pick. But
yeah,
there's a reason why I'm here, and they're there. So maybe maybe there's something that is not.
Mag made it that far too. He's been first ban, first pick. If you don't ban over CG, they actually I think have first picked it every single time. But hey,
yeah.
they were
Oh,
losing.
what
in the
if they
laning
want
stage.
that last pick Brood? You ready for it?
On EG?
No, for complexity. They
Oh,
banned
you're right.
Mag, so they're like, if you pick Beastmaster, you're gonna have to ban Brood.
Oh, so you're right. You're right.
They have
So
nothing
this
to
is
deal with it.
This is a broody game.
Didn't they get Brood in the group stages too against
Yeah,
Complexity?
Yeah.
Complexity
have to
picked it
ban
against
Brood
DG.
here, Yeah.
They banned
I
dude.
thought
They're picking
about
Brood.
Huskar.
They're actually picking Brood. I feel like, unless Sideblades is like really good against it, which I don't think it is, but maybe it is.
You're micro. I'm sure it depends on micro. I'm sure, but
I mean, Moo. We saw his micro was
Yeah.
pretty good last time I saw it.
I'm feeling it. Right when you said, I was looking to him like I was thinking about it. I was like, Huskar's good. They banned it. And I'm like, but Brood's even better.
Yeah.
And oh my.
I don't like Huskar against PL that much, so it's
No?
like.
Yeah, it's
And
different.
Maledict's pretty good against him too. I don't know.
I think as long as the Husker doesn't find the PL very quickly.
What the? They have no stuns.
Well, can you pick Brood now?
I think you go Ember, 100%.
I think
okay.
this
I've
might
been
have
like, I've
described
been
the
right
Brood,
10% of the time. So Ember, 20%, with confidence.
Okay.
That's like an overwhelming 20%.
I mean, another hero that comes to mind with no
Bristle.
stuns is what a Storm Spirit, but
That's true. That's true, Storm.
They
But
do
they do
have
have Skywrath Mage
Skywrath,
Silence, which is
so-
quite more, like a lot more powerful against Storm than
Can
it
we
is
talk
against
about
Ember.
this Bristle? Like, why? I guess in general, I'm looking at like at least you have a frontliner, right? You have a tower hitter in TA already. You just have the Bristle to be annoying.
I mean, it's a laning stage meta, and they don't really have a hero that can kill Bristle, and he's a hero that wins the.
But it is
sustain too.
Skywrath Bristle. It's not like Bristle's the best self-sustaining hero, right?
Yeah,
you
that's
get, like,
true. He
3
doesn't have, like, an
Mangos and
IO or
Tangos.
something, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. They have no catch. They needed something that dealt with Peel, and they have no catch. So I think Ember was the only one that came to mind for me. And you mentioned Storm.
Tinker's
I think
smart.
Tinker does the exact same job. And how do you kill this Tinker? Actually, like Atos on Sky? Is that the only way you ever kill this guy?
That or I mean, right? If once you get like the trap damage too, like if he just gets caught accidentally
That's
somewhere in
possibly
the
true.
tree, which could be bad.
Now I wonder if he goes like Yules or Force Staff or something.
I like
Like
I
on
like
Tinker.
Blink, yeah, I like Blink Force Staff on Tinker in this game, but who knows? That's we're going a little deep. Let's see the lanes. I'm actually excited for TA versus Tinker matchup.
I did not think
like
about
that.
Tinker at all, but it definitely is the best pick here. Because you also later on, Night Stalker, because he's core, he'll go like one small or medium tier item, and then he'll go Axe, because he just gives you vision for Tinker to play. Like, the only thing Tinker suffers from is like not knowing where you are, but the minute he sees all of you, he just spams W with Ags on his rockets, and then he just kills you.
And this gives you Z-Freak, gives him Leshrac, and you talked about how he helps Leshrac on the 4. He turns into a core at like 20 minutes in. Like, he goes and split pushes lanes. He's like one of the few who shows on the map, and he just starts farming. So he is going to
Core SK, like you said, though, yeah. So that's interesting. I think I'm curious to see where EG lanes here.
Me too. I really like Complexity's draft. They somehow like. I was like, ugh, and then they rounded it out with that Tinker, and now it's going to be Leshrac support, but it'll turn to core. I actually like
much
Complexity's
more
draft.
comfortable feeling draft.
I actually favor Complexity's draft
I
somewhat
think
heavily here.
Really? You think?
Like 70-30. I'd say
I would
70-30.
say 55-45. I just think I still don't know what this Bristle's going to do. What if he just like somehow dominates a lane and pushes a tower, and you're like, oh well,
That's
the
what he
hell
does.
do we do?
EG has the lane ability, like to just dominate the lanes again and snowball that. But if they don't, I don't know how they They don't have any stuns. Like if you don't have stuns, then heroes like Tinker, even Night Stalker needs to be stunned.
Yeah, or else he's just running.
He just
all
runs
over.
around. So then, like the thing you were that I was fearing is Night Stalker doesn't deal with PL in terms of like actually killing him, but he helps other heroes kill him. So and they have Leshrac, Sand King. They like an instant initiation factor. Lincoln's he's not going to build Lincolns on PL. He's queued up a first item hood though, which I actually can get behind.
Artesia, I feel like he's done
He
this at
does
least
that a lot,
twice. Yeah,
especially versus Leshrac, you have to.
If you outscale the enemy team, I like hood on PL, and I think that PL actually scales quite well against Tinker.
So it's gonna be a safe Okay, no, this.
And you probably go
my
for
bad.
a pipe on Bristleback, right? This
Yeah,
one for
you do.
sure.
It's a Boyd for sure. I don't even think you get a Crimson this game.
No,
you might go
it's-
Vanguard just because it's like a Bristleback item, but I would personally like to see him skip it entirely.
I know what you do. Would you just do? Would you like pipe Solar Crest or like even pipe Radiance? Bristle. I think those would be your
Radiance might be
choices.
overkill.
I think you're supposed to just enable your other 2 cores, which I don't exactly know the best way to do that. I'm curious to find out. Maybe a Lotus Orb?
AC.
I've seen a lot of Bristles lose. I think
Lotus
the
is quite
latest-
good
I
against
don't know.
Tinker.
Yeah.
I think he'll have like 3rd or 4th item Lotus at the very latest.
He stole the rune, by the way. The Night Stalker did.
That he did, yeah. Well, 3 for 1 in favor of complexities.
Nice
Start
deal.
looking pretty good. It's Moo on the Night Stalker, as you guys were mentioning. It's Z-Freak playing the Leshrac, and then Moo Meander.
So you get a
On
TP.
Sand King.
That is a quite. Yeah, he is.
Can't pull the
Yeah,
creep
they're
wave.
forcing. That's a really nice play. I like that.
You've been seeing that more and more. I'm surprised you don't see it every game, honestly.
The lane is blocked underneath tower, though, for EG top. So what's going to happen is if Complexity plays this right, they're going to make sure the camp doesn't spawn for a pull at minute, and then the wave's going to be near their tier 1 for a long time. And then
TZ is
it's hard to
messing up.
walk up against Sand King Lesh at that point.
Does get a last hit.
Body block the small camp, Z-Freak. Oh, he's going to body block the...
He's
No,
going
okay,
slow.
that's actually really important. Like, for support players out there, if you have the lane like this, do this. Very important. Their only way back in the lane is to pull the small camp.
Now you're versus 2 stuns. Like, Fly can't go anywhere near this lane, I don't think.
Yeah, they're going to wait till level 2 on the Sand King and Lesh, I think. And
Oh,
then
wow.
look to be aggressive.
Middle lane, yeah, this is going to be a bloodbath, because Sumail's definitely not going to miss CS just because he's standing in March. He will tank up the March to get early CS every time.
So,
Oh, let's kill. I think both lanes are kind of vulnerable, right? Like, Adam could die, but so could Crit easily. If you
PL's
just run at him.
lancing a range now.
So you're liking that this is how it's supposed to go for complexity? You
Yeah, I
where
like
it's
this a
at?
lot. Yeah, the every little thing they did, the forcing Arteezy to TP and then having the wave near their tower, and now this. Like, it's not like they're killing him, but this is like, you do this like once or twice and then you kill him.
Yep.
But the Witch Doctor sustain is quite nice.
yeah, that Buddha Restoration. Very, very solid heal. And it's very mana efficient, too, I've noticed.
Yeah,
It's
very.
ridiculous.
Level 1 is
Yeah.
one of the most value points in the game. Middle very even. 10-0 versus 9-3. 10-0 versus 10-3, pardon me.
This is bottom lane, not the most value stick lane you've ever
Yeah.
seen for complexity.
Throw Zeus in there, and then that'd be prime, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And Batrider. You need the quad lane Batrider Zeus in there.
Yeah, they both definitely have sticks. You see 10 charges. As soon as 10 charges goes out, you just use it. There's
Yeah.
no point to keep it.
And he's like spamming Void too, because why not? Like,
I mean,
you're
you
gonna
got
have
full
plenty of
mana,
mana
yeah.
to do it.
Get harassed. Spam
Looks
Void.
like mid though is quite a favored in for Sumail so far. Already got 5 denies.
He should get that one as well.
Yep, 6. Oh, he misses the laser.
Sideblades,
Oh,
man.
the fort. That's actually a really good
He
play.
should get the deny if he knows the timings.
He might
which
actually
he does.
kill him here.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
he's
Oh,
no,
okay,
yeah,
no.
very-
Nice play by Lim.
Sumail just running past the tower. And
I mean, this is
I've laned against Sumail 3 times in pubs probably in
And
the
with
last
the king
3
back.
months, and it always looks like this. And it doesn't
oh, that was
feel
a
good.
death on
there's a
crit.
TP middle. Wait, there's a he's suicide. There's a TP middle.
He
though.
TP's just to
what?
drag the creeps off the tower and help his boy, because he knows Night Stalker's like pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah,
So
I still don't know about that.
So he just purposely suicides, what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
So-
what
Oh,
Crit
to get
did.
the mana back? Okay.
But he died to the... Did he...
Died in the
died to
neutral,
tier
so- Or tier 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he did give gold, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing that. You're fine giving gold as long as you can dominate the lane, right? Because you'll make it back as long as you get the bounty runes. Then it's whatever.
Minute and a half before those bounty runes will be spawning.
And now we're looking 19-9, but then you see a Sand King 18-1, PL 14-0. It's mostly just Tinker is
The
struggling.
mid lane's going to be an issue for complexity.
Wow, I can't believe this.
Tinker just need to go jungle soon or what?
I mean, he's not going to have the jungle just because he does have laser, but it's like...
Oh,
It just does not feel good. I like the fact that he's going 2-0-2 because he knows like he's not going to have any lane dominance with like going rockets plus laser. The laser's just for mischance on creeps, but TA, once you get 6, like you can't even walk up to lane anymore.
Now, I know Moo playing the Sand King loves to go for like a drums first. I don't know if that's going to translate over to Moo Meander.
Vanguard, I think, is the play. Like
Treads
Vanguard.
Vanguard, I think.
Like, yeah,
and
like
Sand King?
up.
Yeah.
Yep, top lane might be in some trouble on PL. It does have Doppel, though.
That's good.
This is about as much sustain as you can possibly have, maybe without a Warlock in a safe lane, and they're still he's already ferried out like another salve on Arteezy. I think he's salved like 2 or 3 times already.
So I mean, Cole, I would say, is winning 2 lanes. I mean, they're losing.
They're
mid
losing
hard.
the important one, though.
Yeah, I mean, TA can definitely take over this. You're talking about a hero who can take over a game, unless he gets like dumpstered by Lesh Sand King. TA can definitely take over this lane, but I still think it's good for Cole. I mean, they're getting a lot of farm on Lesh and Sand King.
I'm not a mid laner. Like, I don't actually know this matchup that well. I don't think Tinker's supposed to lose this bad, though.
Bottom lane, Moon is getting a little low, but Shadow Word here, I guess, going to keep him up enough. Spike Crit throwing everything at him. Yeah, Banner Runes in 8 more seconds. Moo will try to get theirs.
1 for 1. Oh, it's going to be, that top one.
Yeah, the Lesh Tracker one is going to be interesting.
Moo picks it up.
Wins the right-click battle top.
3 for 1.
Moo has to keep running, though. He has a TP in 3 seconds. Does have a stick of 4 charges, I believe.
He can TP Shrine.
Fly TP, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He's good. What's going on down here? Oh, Witch Doctor. Leshrac.
He tried to steal the rune, and now he might be in a little pickle.
Does have his TP, but of course wants to wait for the Split Earth.
And this is fine, right? Especially if you're Cole, because you have Caustic Finale on Sand King, so he can, like, solo harass the PL out of lane, so you're fine committing this.
Got a nice bounce back there with the cask. Well played by Fly. I mean, he should be. This is a fast disco pony, though. Hard to get away from him sometimes.
Mid lane is just such a nightmare. The level 6 to level 4.
But man, Sand King is top net worth, so.
PL does have this Ring of Health now, though, so he should be fine to, like, he should have no issues at this point. I like the build a lot.
I mean, unless you just straight up die, right, to a rotation. And when
Yeah.
Cole does those rotations, right, where you have, you just rotate in one of your cores and you get a kill, they could definitely rotate in Moo, and it'll be an easy kill on the PL.
Yeah, it is nighttime.
But this tower, huh.
The way Sand King, like, kills you, though, is he wears you down the first time, and then he kills you the second time. So if he's, like, always full health, I don't see how they really kill him.
That's true. Unless you commit more than 3 heroes.
Yeah, which is really weird to do in this current meta, right? Like, you want to rotate this Night Stalker, but who else on complexity actually occupies the lane without just dying? So they can't actually move him out of this lane.
Does have phase boots. That's going to be nice on Night Stalker.
They can move him briefly, but he will have to come back.
Yeah, speaking of that, Grant, what do you think about him doing that out over a magic wand in full? As he is going to teleport to the top lane. We are just talking about this, too.
I like this rotation. But, oh, Lesh is here.
Yep.
This should be a kill on RTZ.
There's
But I
the
think he
Roshan.
might run early.
Oh, the silence.
Throwing out the cast. Stuns Night Stalker initially. Silence came out. There's the Void. The Split Earth on top of that. The damage, though. Ring of Health as well as Voodoo Restoration kicking in. Lightning Storm, RTZ, 1 auto attack away. The Barrel Strike will finish the job. That will officially be First Blood. Got both of them. Fly also falls as a result.
I knew that was coming. I'm really surprised EG didn't see that coming. Cole does that every single game. They rotate a core to the off lane and get a kill.
But now they're going to dive the Warlock. He just TP's out. That's actually really well played by him. But the problem is they're going to lose Tier 1 safe lane for that. And that's why I was a little scared of this Night Stalker rotation.
But they're going for another kill top, though. They're just going to dive him under tower, I think.
I mean, this is a big mistake by RTZ to TP back into this.
Doppel Silence is going to last pretty long due to the nighttime. Hood of... It's not going to be enough.
I actually will be quite honest with you. I have no idea what he's doing there.
That was not a good
Because he knows Bristleback and Skywrath Mage want to continue pressuring bottom. And then he knows that TA's never leaving mid. So if you ask yourself that, like, who else is going to help you?
Yeah.
Right? And, like, that Night Stalker already TP'd. He's not leaving. So that's a mistake that I've definitely made myself. And once you make once you TP in, you're just like, crap.
You're like, why did I do this?
Yeah, you're like,
that's what you do.
What
I
now?
immediately regret my decision. And
yes, he definitely needs to go bottom on PL. But now that he's lost the tower, he's gonna go back top. But like he would have had to go bottom there. Maybe he's like thinking that death's acceptable to protect his tower, but I don't think it's good. But
I know we have network BSJ. Maybe you can look. What are the last hits denies between Tinker and TA?
51-25 to 25-6. So quadruple the denies and double the CS.
My goodness.
It's being won by Sumail, I think is fair to say.
Okay.
It's close.
It's very close.
I mean, you see it. He's 2 levels ahead, almost 3 levels. Holy moly!
There's that magic wand I was talking about. Okay, so Night Stalker does eventually get it. The Urn's also coming out.
They have to like kill this TA twice in like the next probably 5 minutes. Maybe
you have to wait for the next nighttime.
Yeah,
right?
at least the Night Stalker ult. You have to kill him though. Before he gets full Blink Deso, that's what I'm going to say. Maybe not the next 5 minutes, but before full Blink Deso, you do have to kill him at least once or twice.
Has he cleared out his stack yet? The ancient stack?
I don't believe
there's no
so.
stacks, so
there was a double stack. So
then he
must have
cleared it.
once,
oh, maybe he did. Okay. Middle? Warlock? No.
I do like that, like, you know, Limp has adjusted. I lost my lane. I'm just going to go 2-0-4 recovery build.
Smart. It is smart.
He's going Vanguard on S4, so despite us talking about it, really no major right-click on the side of complexity. He just thinks it's too good of a luxury item on Bristleback.
So Z-Freak finally, he's been pump faking that split earth. He finally went for it. Now he ended up missing it. They tried to turn on him. Nice silence on Phantom Lancer. It is daytime, though. Not as long. There goes the Spirit Lance with the Maledict. One more tick.
It's going to be really close.
Oh, just not enough.
Oh, the concussive shot.
Oh, it's actually going to get him.
He actually
You're right.
stopped to
Gun.
buy an item.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought he was just like, I don't know what that was about.
I think he thought he was dead, and then he stopped to buy an item, and then he wasn't dead, and then he died.
Well,
Nighttime, that wouldn't have happened. What if the Night Side like saw it coming?
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
saved
Ulti.
you. Well, that's their first kill. They are up gold. I mean, that's mostly just because Sumail's dominating.
It's
but
all
man,
the mid lane, yeah.
S4. Look at this. It's Sand King versus Bristleback. They're the top 2 net worth.
You have to bring more heroes than 2 to deal with this Bristle. I think it's really bad
Well,
if you
maybe.
only bring 2 heroes.
Well, now
There's no way this is enough, right?
at
Is
the
it?
center.
Okay, it's
Oh,
enough.
okay,
Good
they're going for
analysis.
it. They got it.
he didn't. get
Yeah,
a
I mean,
hood.
that's how much I know. I thought they would have to bring more, but
Nah.
with Epicenter, more than enough damage. And the thing is, whenever you have this hero like Bristle, for all the pub players out there, you have to bring as much as it takes to kill them. And
Skywrath.
otherwise, you never bring anybody else.
They bring 2 heroes to kill the Skywrath Mage Darkness.
Oh, there you go.
Think he killed by the Ancients? No. Adam will get credit for the kill. Back to the middle lane. TA could be in a little bit of trouble himself as Z-Freak's trying to roam in from the side. Split Earth ready to line up. Lightning Storm
huge.
first. Split Earth.
Oh, well,
Not able to land it.
he tried. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to land that.
Without the initial setup. One of the hardest stones to land.
This is one of those weird things where EG's kind of going back to their old ways where they're just trying to farm 3 cores up in weird lanes. Like Bristle died by himself. Arteezy died by himself top. That's how they lost yesterday. So they need to either commit more heroes to these ganks or just...
Okay, you're a streamer for EG, Grant. You've been sitting in on all of their scrims. What do they need to change right now? Is it that they're farming too many lanes? Do they need to consolidate the resources?
I don't sit in on any of those, but I would say by analyzing this game that I think you have to definitely just kill Sumail and they are. Well, see you later, Limp.
Well, I'm saying from EG's perspective, they're not trying to kill themselves. You know, they're not
I
trying
think EG's fine with this right now.
You think so?
I mean, they're farming multiple different lanes. Sand
I guess
King is
Tinker
the
having
most
no
farmed.
game is quite good for them, right?
Yeah. I think you do commit some TBs, like, and now Arteezy, right? You said he should go bottom. The creeps finally pushed in.
This Sand King Blink Dagger is huge, right?
It
Like,
sets up everything.
he's their most farmed hero. He's actually the #1 net worth in this
And
entire
look at
game.
it. They're getting it right at nighttime. This is
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, 5 seconds, and it is
It's going to be all on Moon. Moon pretty much, this nighttime could almost, I don't think it's the total game, but if they get like 4 or 5 kills or those 2 on Sumail.
It's going to come mid. Yeah, he's coming mid with that blink.
God, he should have got a hood instead of a Vanguard.
Yeah, S4 will back off in time, but yeah, no doubt. I mean, again, it goes back to you look at this whole lineup. It's really
They
not
know
much
he's at
right
this
play.
bottom rune.
Adam.
Oh, he lets him bottle
Wait,
it?
he actually let him get it? Yeah, that seemed odd. Adam was right on top of it.
What?
What?
I mean,
and
it's
now
kinda
they
like
have the
baiting.
ward that sees Sand King, so they know he has a blink.
That was a very big mistake. A mistake that should not have happened either. It
Yeah.
was like a self-made mistake. Well, that's what all of them are, I guess.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know what that's like, but
Yeah.
I see it now. Yeah.
Where's the blink? So
Blink on
not
TA.
coming out yet because the chicken was going up top, but this Tinker, where are we at? 3,600 net worth. Yeah, the Sand King. They have to make something happen. This is nighttime. You have an urn on Night Stalker. Pretty much Night Stalker Sand King kills anyone on the map right now.
Yeah, smoke up
including
from.
Bristle.
This is a Witch Doctor Bristleback smoke, not the
Effie,
traditional gank combo.
Middle lane, they're going for TA. They
it
got
is.
TA.
That's huge. That's the first kill.
Yep.
And if they get him again, this game's going to be real hard for EG, actually. The only problem with complexity right now is their one position, like carry hero, the win condition, is this Tinker, who's struggling.
Pretty sure this ward saw them smoking. I mean, it was hard. I didn't have the vision on it 100%.
There's a
but
lot of heroes top.
yeah, they're not backing up, so
They
maybe
have-
they didn't.
They have rock though, so get ready.
Got a
And they
Coffee
use
ready
the
to go. They fly on
flying
in.
vision.
Brostrick only hits one. There's a Coffee on two. Those Fatal Bonds also spreading the damage. S4 comes in. He was not hit by the Fatal Bonds. He's going to start spamming his Quills now. So 3 are currently still dead. STA is dead for another 10 seconds. S4.
Why is he fighting?
Back is turn 3. Level 3 on the Bristleback.
Pump fake.
People's so slow, though. It's hard to get out of that. So he'll get several Quill spams out of this, but the Split Earth on top of the Barrel Strike and Complexity resets on S4. And
I
they
thought
take him out
Kyle
as
left
well.
complexity, or was off complexity, but I feel like every time I watch their games, it's just playing the win,
constantly
baby.
hear him? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hearing things now.
That's just greedy plays, right? Like you see 3 people go off the map from EG, and you still just like stay in farm versus a Night Side, right? Like anyone else, sure, you're in a great position, but he can just fly over those trees. He knows something's going on up there.
So I drafted myself into this spot once in the qualifiers where, look at their lineup. What do they do on EG? How do you make
Farm.
plays?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying, like, they smoked up a Witch Doctor Bristle, right? Like, what's the plan? And it's one of those things where in the drafting stage, it's hard to consider everything, right? And so Like, at this stage in the game, their only option is to farm, as you said. And they do bring down Z-Freak, but they also have a... Oh, no, that's a Radiant Sentry.
Oh, no.
He's in
Sumail's
trouble.
dead.
That's a Radiant Sentry.
Yeah, he's dead for sure. They had the rotation coming over already with Night Stalker and Warlock, and Semiel getting killed Leshrac. That's definitely not worth it, though.
I love Moo's build on Night Stalker. He actually goes back for a Midas after he gets this urn.
Look, they're just going to run.
They're just running at them now. Yeah, crit with the Mystic Flare in turn,
Wait,
though. Moomianer
whoa,
getting
that
low
damage.
himself. They didn't finish crit initially.
That's
They'll
a
take
huge
out
kill.
the Sand King as a result of that. Arteezy
Oh,
be able to finish the job.
if Arteezy gets that kill, it's like for sure worth it for
Oh,
EG,
Crit got
actually.
it, you're
yeah,
right.
Crit got it instead, though.
Somehow Sumail, despite dying twice, is still the highest net worth in the game.
I think it's because Sand King hasn't. He's farming heroes.
Yeah.
But, like, farming heroes in this current patch doesn't feel as good as it once did.
But Tinker does have bots, so his online. He's going to accelerate quite quickly. How did the bounty runs go at 15? It looks like EG got them all.
All EG? Yeah,
Yeah.
looks
That
like it. Yeah.
explains why they're up gold.
Yep,
down
that
13 to 4.
explains.
Oh, wait. Cole's back.
Very close.
Nope, not anymore.
Ooh, Hannah Midas.
Yep.
Night Stalker. This is a dead item right now, it feels like, but
That 5-second cooldown reduction. No, he does in most games when he knows he's not going to get that much farm. Like, look at who's farming on his team. It's going to be a Tinker and Sand King and Lesh clearing all the creeps. His
4
job's to run
heroes.
around, so he wants to scale still since he's a one-position Night Stalker.
he's running around here. It's going to become daytime in 5 seconds, but he's already done his job.
Tinker
S4,
dies mid.
very tanky target, but will end up falling. As you mentioned, Limp goes down in the middle lane, though.
That
The
is
difference
not
here
worth
is
it.
that EG gets a tower and complexity I mean, the mid tower is much more important than this tower, so
That was a very successful like nighttime though from complexity.
It
I would
was.
say like that.
Sure.
That I think Limp dying right there kind of nullified a little bit of it, but they got what 5-6 kills. They do get the top tower, and they do get a reasonably good ward up top. They're on it top of it right
See,
now.
to EG's credit, though, isn't this perhaps part of the game plan where, yes, they're getting run at, and that was a great nighttime and everything, and they're getting early hero kills on the side of complexity, but they're locking down Tinker, and Tinker's their one really
Yes.
scaling hero right now in this game.
I'm saying
That's
EG
dangerous.
can't make plays, but they're not
Crit?
trying to make plays.
Oh,
Well,
is he getting a double?
Yeah, he set that up right there. Sumail's not coming in. Rockets are flying in, so Tinker may be able to make something happen here. They finish off Z-Freak, though. Fly will die in response. Barrel Strike connects on a Templar Assassin. Another rocket, I'm sure, is going to be flying out any second right now. They get the dust just in case.
It has to go to Tinker. Give
There's
it to
the rocket
oh,
triple
let him have
kill
it. Let
for
the Tinker
Moo.
have it, man.
Well, they get it. That's what really matters. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. That's speaking of Tinker, you would like for him to start recovering a little better.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not saying Moo's also a core, so but it's just like one of those things
it's Night
where
Stalker.
you look at his net worth, look at Tinker's, you know.
Yeah. Like that. The thing is, yeah, you get so much gold for how like killing a hero works. Now Tinker would have gotten an insane amount of gold right there.
Yeah, because it's all net worth based between you and the one
What
hero.
level rocket was it though? Sorry.
4.
Level 4,
Oh, yeah,
so
would've gotten
that
it.
should have killed him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
unless
should've
the
let him have
refraction
it.
came off.
For sure, should let him have it.
Is this a game? I mean, obviously the blink bot's completely understandable, but is he going Ags after? Ags seems pretty high priority here.
Versus PL.
He definitely goes Ags.
I think
but
after
is it the
8.
next
Is it
item? I
next?
think you
Yeah.
get one survivability item. I think
Maybe
you get
Aether?
Yules or Blink.
Or not
Or sorry,
Aether,
Yules or
Force.
Force Staff. Because of the Skywrath Mage ulti and
Well, Night Stalker, he's a bulky guy. He's got that Spirit Vessel even.
No one.
he's
fears.
quite thick,
No
is the
one
way I
fears
like to
Night
say
Say
that.
that,
Stalker
yep.
during the day.
Twitch chat coming through, I'm sure. Bristleback.
Give him the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, I was expecting that to come out either defensively or offensively,
What
and
is
he's not
happening?
using it yet.
I think S4 dies there if he gets Spirit Vessel. But they're scared of the possible reinforcements, which EG do have, but
He's sitting on those charges. Okay, finally he uses it.
Rock is up now though. This
TA's
is,
actually going BKB instead of Deso, second item. I think he kind of needs to. There's like
Oh, yeah.
too much. Like if he blinks in, then what? He's going to get blink burrowed. He's going to die if he doesn't have a BKB.
the only problem is you are versus a warlock. So
Yeah.
if you do blink in even with that, you're gonna get stunned for a decent chunk of time. You might just if it's nighttime, he's gonna do a ton of damage on Night Stalker, just right clicking you.
But I like the way Arteezy's playing. This is the way you play PL at this stage in the game. You get to the opponent's safe lane and you sit here for about 10 minutes where you farm your defusal because there's no other way for PL to play. He just pushes in the bottom lane and then farms jungle creeps. So that's what he's been doing for last like 8 or 10 minutes now.
Next to nighttime, you think about taking complexity. Doesn't need to steal Roche from like Sumail, but I think next nighttime you can definitely like position for a Roche fight. Because EG's Roche fight isn't that great.
Yeah, you're on Roche denial duty on complexity. You're never taking it yourselves.
Fleshtrack's
They're
coming.
chasing this guy, bottom.
They need some rotations from
The
EG.
Defiance activated. Can they find the real one? Arteezy's still running away. They definitely know which one is.
And that's why you play the opponent's safe lane, because PL's like only limit is people being able to wrap around you, and that makes it so they can't if you keep pushing that lane in.
Almost a Force Staff now though from Sand King. And it is it's
Okay.
Night Stalker nighttime, sorry. It is almost the third night coming up though.
It's going to flow into it. That's why you used
Yeah.
it, 1920.
Smart.
Tinker almost blinked. That's quite important for him.
Oh, that would have been a nice find, but 1 second late. Feels like almost every gang.
Yeah, this rotation is kind of obvious just because top tower is not just dying.
Just craves.
Wait
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, that's why like pushing lanes gives information because you're like, well, nobody on their team is defending a tower to get free gold underneath it, so they're probably all doing something.
There might be a fight coming up here though.
They
Or
see
just
Skywrath
kill
Mage.
him.
Ooh, just out of range.
Bounty runes.
Oh, double damage on Night Stalker. He can pretty much kill anyone on the map right now.
Can
I
they
think
catch him?
They should be able to.
Crit, oh yeah, he doesn't have a TP. I mean, he's dead for sure. Mystic Flare. He wants to get the kill on Tinker, but
He does have that Atos.
got out of that Mystic Flare.
I think he just baited the shrine, right? I think he knew he was dead 100%.
Yeah, he's just trying to waste as much time as possible at this point.
Give it to Tinker. Oh my gosh.
Moo needs it.
I'm losing it. No.
Double damage
It's
on
Midas. Wait, can you leave it on Night Stalker? I want to see how long it takes for him to use Midas.
Oh, there
Use
you
it
go.
immediately. I am a fan.
On the catapult while smoked. That's
I am
efficiency.
A fan of Moo.
It gives away that there's smoke, though, if they were looking at it.
Yep.
That's true. It's really hard to see that.
Yeah.
All right, so EG
Useful.
now. I like how we just watched that whole kill, and EG just goes up a full 1,000 gold now.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. This is. You're talking about. I usually think second nighttimes are the biggest, but this third one, your Tinker finally has a blink. You can actually commit 5 heroes to fight on complexity.
Gem already picked up.
Look at this Leshrac build. He's turning into a core, and he's like, I said they're probably going to go
Always
Crimson on the
core.
Sand King, but they're like, this guy's our kill threat. Let's go Crimson potentially on our Lesh.
I think.
Or is that going to be an Eon disc?
I'm leaning more towards Aeon Disc.
I
I was
think
thinking
it's-
that.
But he's just got this casual buckler, which I
Yeah.
guess is really good against
Complexity-
Bristle TA.
Complexity has always talked
They love
about
those.
casual
Yeah,
bucklers.
that's the Kyle still left in,
Yep.
in
Well,
the team.
it is Z-Freak. Brother, after all.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they're going for Roche right now, by the way.
This is really important. To
And
not
I
let
like,
them have,
they're
but
pushing top out as well. I like this. S4 might get a tower. You might get a tier 1 and a Roche at nighttime.
No, that's really
Moose.
bad, actually.
Moo's like, there's got to be somebody.
Hello?
They're just not
Anyone
defending
here?
towers, guys. You know what they're doing.
Oh, here we go. We have
It's too late.
TVs coming.
I guess they have no Deso TA, so it's not as fast as we would think it would be, but
And the goo hasn't stacked up yet.
They're
but they
not
have a
even
gun.
remotely in place.
they're not
though.
even trying.
They're leaving it.
Z-Freak's not here.
I don't like that. They scan.
they
know,
know, but-
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go. The Roshan kills, and he just picked up by Sumail.
He's back. Crit actually just hit the tower one time and it died. They didn't deny it. Oh.
Gran, I can feel the trigger. Like it's in the air.
It's so big. Like it's a one-hit tower. Like, well, it pushes our lane out. No, it's a ton of gold for the team.
I really like this
hit.
gem on Moo. I think they got it on the support, but
Adam middle, just gonna eat up a gank here.
TA traps are incredibly like busted right now, so you have to be able to kill them. And he gets the tier 2 bottom on Z-Freak, which obviously a nice consolation prize, giving up the Roche to give a support to take 2 towers, but by no means am I saying it's worth it.
He's gonna be really farmed though. I think you do still need a Yule's.
Oh, they find the Bristle with the Spirit Vessel. Tinker TPing in, he should be in trouble.
Give it to Tinker.
And that Spirit Vessel's just owning him right now,
Yeah.
all that region, but
It's not enough.
not enough, you're right. And they have the reinforcements from Fly.
Too much TP support.
That Pipe Vanguard.
Because the Witch Doctor, all that really was. Yeah, the pipe finished on Prospect. Without the pipe in full, maybe he does die there, so I think he just got that recently. Is that not on? I could have sworn it was on in the draft. Anyways. So 2,000 net worth lead now for EG. This goes back to, again, though, Tinker, he is slowly recovering, but still not that massive threat. Z-Freak in the middle lane, they're going to engage on him.
Glimmer.
Limp from a distance, though, spamming the march, as well as a rock as everything else. Out comes a chaotic offering. Hits 2, Arteezy wants that kill on Moo, but he's a tanky target. Arteezy ends up going down. The Fatal Bond spreading so much damage. It's 4 dead on the side of EG just like that. Moo Meander may end up going down himself. Yes, he will, but at what cost for Templar Assassin? Going to be a death on him.
He's
There's the
positioned
Aegis.
He has
himself.
Blink with Aegis. Does he have Quick Cast on?
No, yes, he does. He's got it. Now they can chase, though.
They have Gem on Moo, so he can't possibly melt strike
Yeah.
or meld out of this.
No
You
way
get to
to
the
get
tower,
away.
and Witch Doctor can TP now.
Which Doctor?
They chase,
Is he coming?
100%
He is
here,
not
yep.
TPing. I don't know if it's on cooldown or what, but that's going to be a kill on TA. They definitely chase.
Witch Doctor's like a possible heal save, but he's not like gonna
Yeah.
threaten you to scare you away.
It was on cooldown anyways.
And that is why you don't fight into a Tinker Warlock. That Leshrac actually dished out so much damage there. They just got Fatal Bonded on the PL plus Bristle, and the Leshrac alone just killed them both. I mean, obviously there was extra damage, but he did so much damage that fight on the Lesh. And that's just a 4 Lesh, but that's Z-Freak style if we've ever seen it, right? He actually has a Bloodstone queued up.
Yeah, this is how. I mean, He's playing exactly how Lil played it when, even on Navi, back on DP as well, you can do anything. You go into a core, you're the fastest farming hero. You farm quicker than Tinker when you're pushing waves. Like, Lesh, such a quick farmer.
I would really like to see Mu go Ags, but I don't hate the Shadow Blade by any means. It's just that the Ags enables your Tinker so much.
Oh, runes at 25 minutes. They know they're going to be going for the
they're
top
smoking.
rune.
Cinderin was talking about this, making smokes around bounty runes when you're like in a rough spot, but Z-Freak's already done. He's already out.
Oh, the low ground. It is nighttime. Or night
They have no golem, so they're not afraid of this. Is Mu gonna... He has Jim, but all they have is an Atos, and he just walks away.
Just flies away even. Over the ledge. Going back to the Shadow Blade, eventual Silver Edge feels pretty strong in this game. Bristleback specifically, is that maybe why you think?
Oh, that's 4 bounty runes for the Radiant.
Possibly. I just feel like if he has an Ags, I don't know how they lose.
Okay.
Like, because Shadow Blade, I think the reason why Shadow Blade, it's not for the Bristleback, but you saw how hard it is to kill him already. Now try to find an invisible Night Stalker as he's running around the map. You know? Like, even if you buy a gem, right? The gem is, what is it, 7? Is it 7 or 900? 900. It's 900 range as opposed to your vision range, you know? And so it's even that much harder to kill him.
Up here, Phantom Lancer.
That's so weird. You smoke to fight at a bounty rune, then you just don't fight and you give away 4 bounty runes.
This is what happens when you have no stuns.
They're going to jump.
And he's
Epicenter
dead
channel
bomb,
up there. He wants to
for
go on
sure.
RTZ.
Oh,
he missed the Pearl Strike on the real one. And that will be the difference in terms of him getting away.
Okay, so he hit every single PL
Except the
but the
actual
real
one.
one.
There was like 10 of them there at least.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him the Caster's Curse by saying PL was dead for sure, and then he
Yeah.
just whiffs it.
You're learning still. You're kind of new to this here, BSJ.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if EG wants, I mean, they're bringing the gold back down, but if they want this, they have to kill that gem. Like, the TA traps pushing waves is so important. And the fact he can just go out and clear them whenever he wants.
Wait, where is the gem now? Did he drop it?
It's during the day. It's actually really smart that he's not carrying
Okay,
it.
that makes sense actually. Yeah. Well, it's dark now.
I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. But
Maledict on him. He got caught in the Mystic Flare of the Rod of Atos. He's definitely dying right here. Can he maybe do something else before he does? He's beating down Witch Doctor the best he can, but the Maledict will eventually take him down. Bristleback, he's still got a good chunk of life. Chaotic offering using the backlines this time. It's EG's fight to win. They take out 3 in total, only losing the Witch Doctor. Chaotic offering doesn't feel like it ends up doing too much, and that was a case for complexity where they felt really forced.
Yeah, they didn't have, like, the last fight, Tinker had already laid down, like, 2 marches that they fought into. That fight, not the same deal at all. And even though they have Golem, they don't have all this AoE damage being dished out with the Fatal Bonds.
Good thing they didn't have the gem. That's a real good thing they didn't have the gem there, like, because it wouldn't have made a difference, and it just completely turns around where Sumail can push 3 lanes at once.
I don't love having a 1-farmed core on EG against Tinker, though. Obviously, you have PL and Bristle up there, but I don't know.
But it is just Tinker,
I mean,
right?
they're tied with Tinker and Night Stalker.
This goes back to the fault of the lineup of complexity, I feel. Not the fault necessarily, but the later game presence. I mean, you have a Night Stalker going Shadow Blade into Radiance. I suppose, yes, that's can be hard hitting, but
there's no way you finish that.
Yeah,
that
he
even
has
too,
nullified.
yeah.
He isn't sure what he's going to build yet.
I was about to say, no, sir.
This is a weird game because both teams, like, TA does not scale well in a game like this, but at the same time, complexity doesn't really have late game.
Exactly.
I mean, they have Warlock, though, and they have a 4 Lesh.
True.
Warlock makes you scale.
Yeah, I mean, look at the support differences, though.
Yeah.
So, like, if this goes late, honestly, the team with better supports usually wins just because all the cores are about even.
That's
So
fair.
All I'm saying is...
We haven't seen Bristol in a while, though.
It's a weird spot. Any team could win at this point,
Yeah.
and that's kind of exciting. I feel like a lot of the games in the recent have
There's
been
been a
kind
good
of
amount of
one-sided.
delay
You're just, like,
space.
waiting for the team that's ahead to throw.
Yeah.
In this game, it's not the case at all.
Oh, they're back
we're
up.
running
They're,
into
they're
them.
dewarding.
Tinker almost has Ags, which is quite huge.
Oh, he didn't run uphill. That was super smart by Mu. They do get the count. Oh, they have a ward, Sentry ward down, so they know they might have been smoked up as well.
I do feel like Mu not going Ags could be a mistake, though. It's so good with Tinker.
Maybe the team will convince him eventually. Like we said, he's still been switching around a little bit. But in the meantime, is continuing to counter ward with some assistance. What does Sand King have now? The Forest and Medallion himself into a Solar Crest.
Is there? I wonder if there's a. I know it's like completely out there, but I wonder if EG they left the gem in the base last time. What happens if EG just goes steals it with their own courier? I think you leave it on the. You should just leave it on the chicken, but could mean something. They saw that they didn't get a gem. They're like, wait a minute, they had a gem. Why didn't we get it?
Yeah, the
You
thing
never
is,
know.
you also, like, if you leave it on the courier, then you forget that it's on the courier, and you
True.
deliver yourselves your items, and then
Something happens.
yeah, it's like
I'm
there's
just saying.
negatives and positives to
It's
both.
a 0.1% chance of something like that, but it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that Lotus Sword for Bristleback. Well, he's working on it. No,
tanky.
never mind. I was going Radiant, so
Tinker
simple.
Axe is complete.
Trying to think. So yeah, the Tinker Axe. This is a very valued Tinker Axe game. Now he didn't end up going that saving tool yet.
PL has a heart though, almost, which is very good against Tinker because once he has the axe, you always lose like half of your health to all of his random AOE damage. So then you reset the fight.
Okay.
And you gotta
go back out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I mean, usually heart obviously a very good item on PL, but even better against Tinker.
Dyer's missing this right now. Dyer scans bottom.
They scanned a PL over here.
Yeah,
but
Radiant scans that. So Dyer doesn't.
They have a
actually
sentry
know.
down.
Moose running in. Chaotic off around 3 heroes. Fatal Bonds not really followed up necessarily. Witch Doctor running away. The rocket does hit him. One more needed to finish the job. Another rocket flying through, but the Shrine using the Voodoo Restoration keeps him alive. Meanwhile, Sand King, he's trying to deal with these Ancients as well as a couple of illusions. Nobody ends up dying throughout that fight. That was a chaotic offering committed, so I got to think EG's won it.
They might go back in. You got to be careful. You don't now. Yeah, that's not good if you're complexity at all.
Yeah.
It
could be worse, but definitely not good. Like, at least you didn't, like, rock and lose heroes, but that is exactly what EG needs. They were perfectly positioned for that.
In fact, Fly just one of the few times solo popping a Shrine as support is okay.
I like the Bristleback going Radiance. I think Lotus Orb's also viable, but either one. It's just like, you're going to be walking around. Might as well do some damage while you're walking around. Even though it's late. It's either that or Lotus,
Rosh.
I hope.
Rosh is up.
Yeah, they have no golem. That makes it actually really huge.
And they're going Ags now on Night Stalker, by the way, but they won't. I mean, that's going to be huge for further Rosh fights, if there are further Rosh fights, but this should be free. Omega free.
Happens way too quick. Leshrak's not here. Now there's Night Stalker. There's the cheese for Bristleback, and I'm guessing, yep, Templar Assassin picks up the Aegis, of course. Hurricane Pike finished now on her.
Yeah, I feel like the Shadow Blade is like not doing what they needed out of it, and delaying that Axe. It's not because it's like, oh, he delays his impact. He's delaying the Tinker, who is their one. So it's like it feels like, I don't know. It's a weird choice. I don't want to keep harping on it. It just looks.
If it's that important, you should always harp on it. If it is that important, you should.
The funny thing about Ags is that not only Night Stalker is deciding to go for now, Warlock and Sand King also have one queued up. So potentially we could see 4 Ags here on the side of complexity. Not something we see often.
What's Adam's gold at, anyways?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, he's not getting it anytime
He's
soon,
almost there.
but he's thinking about it.
He's working on it. He's already got that Ghost Scepter done. Does TA have a Nullifier work done? I feel like Nullifier before Orchid might be better here because Tinker heavily relies on items as well. And you also purge the Night Stalker E, so you never know.
Well, for now, continuing to push out lanes. Z-Freak, especially down here, has those 15 charges on the Bloodstone, so got the 1+ charge.
That's why I'm glad he's on the Leshrac, because he's going to farm just as much as a core, whether he's a core or not, so works out.
The thing is, it does take farm from cores, right? Like, you're seeing how...
But so does Tinker, I mean,
yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, I'm saying that's why Mu went Midas, right? Because he knows his Leshrac and Tinker are going to take all the creeps, so that's the only way he's ever going to get farm. But he's actually killing it. Okay, never mind. They have no stuns.
Bristol does pull the creep, that last 32-30 creep wave.
Butt clinched. Their only stun is Cask right now. I feel like that makes Nullifier even better for TA, because Nullifier does cancel TPs.
I would like to have one right there, but in the end, Leshrac does manage to escape. Talk about what would have been a big kill. Earning the Bloodstone, as well as Leshrac that's picking up some decent farm now.
But yeah, Sumiyo's just killing creeps with traps. It's so annoying.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Once you get like
once
you get stuck in your base against TA, she just like traps every creep wave without even having to commit, just kills them all. Almost has a Radiance done on Bristle. Is committing for it.
S4 just, he like pulled the bottom creeps to middle, killed them off, and now they're going to get a free tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, EG's doing a good job of like taking over the map. Now you have this Night Stalker who's just sitting in base. It's like, eh.
You are nothing.
Yeah, Complexity's completely choked out now. You can feel other than Tinker really, and I guess Sand King is up here, continuing to push it in. But you know, Axe on Sand King doesn't really feel that overwhelming. But it's not like an item that's like, okay, now things could maybe change. It's like the Tinker, for example. So I kind of wonder if Axe is actually the best investment on him. And okay, well now
I think
he switched
Shiva's.
again.
I was gonna say Shiva's is probably better. It's just like
I can't believe they don't have a Crimson Guard versus PL. Sorry, I just think Crimson Guard versus
true.
PL is a game changer.
it's also like though, is PL really the hero you're concerned about? I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just like then we have a TA problem. I mean, but then at this stage in the game, is PL even that countered by a Crimson?
True.
I'm just saying there's a lot of items they need. which
and they don't
means
have-
that
yeah.
they can't get them all. So at that point, you're into this tough spot of like, yeah, I want a Crimson. Yeah, I think Shiva's is good against PL as well as TA for the armor. It's like
We're seeing that. I mean, they're constantly switching
Yeah.
items in their queue, so they're clearly just as confused as we are. So
that's
they're
what
ready to
happens
be
when
going.
you need multiple things. It's not because you don't know what you need. It's because you don't know what you need the most.
There's the Orchid now finished on Templar Assassin, so we're just going to go right into a Bloodthorn next in line.
You know, Bloodthorn Nullifier, probably the last 2 items, and then TA is at her peak.
The Sand is kind of unkillable though, so they might be going for him with the Atos. 4 staff. And right as I say that, he's probably dead. No, he's fine.
he's good.
Cast because they're only stunned, so.
See you.
But that still forced him back to base. That's like, you know, playing the corral game as we've seen time and time again. I think this Lesh actually needs bots just so he can walk out of base and conveniently TP, but he's going for the Greaves. Quite interesting.
Greaves is decent this game with the Dispel, but
It's just late. Usually you see Greaves,
it's a very late
you know, like
Greaves,
first or
and
second item, yeah.
It goes back to that discussion yet again. They just
They're
need
looking.
so much. It's Shivas would be great too, you know. The Ags on Night Stalker would have been great earlier. Crimson Guard, as Grant was saying, but you can only build so much, and they're having trouble figuring out which one's the highest priority.
The thing is, how does EG actually end the game?
Yeah, you're versus a
True.
Warlock and a Tanker. Have fun.
Come on, Warlock.
So-
Invest in the Midas. Invest now for the future.
He should. I actually think
Complexities-
he should.
I'm not even like being sarcastic.
Oh no, yeah.
He should.
The supports, the better supports, you were saying earlier, BSJ, that likely on the side of complexity as far as scaling into the later game, so
The only
that's the win condition.
The only problem is you are going to, if you do wait for that, we're going to see another game like this where EG's just going to get every single bounty.
Yep.
They're going to get every single Roche. And until there is an Ags on Night Stalker, they can't do anything.
I just pull up the net worth graph for the fans. You know, that is some scary stuff.
Yeah, I just
Ugh.
had it up there. We had the spike for complexity, and it's all downhill from there.
We're
Yeah.
doing it. Whoa!
It's a roller coaster. Oh, down we go.
Chasing. Oh,
When does the downhill stop?
he
No
can
meander.
I like it. He used the.
I mean, there's a lot of gravity, right? Like they only went up like a little bit at the start of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
You can't just keep going. There's a ground somewhere.
Like, you know.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice tip. He's,
Crit's like, come on. let me
he's
get a
trying to kill him like 5 times
And
now.
now Crit's going to probably get a nullifier or something. But he's not. God, I hope not. but-
Sheepstick would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, it would be.
But
think
I
we're
mean,
gonna
it's
see
obviously super expensive. He's already committing for the Glimmer, which I don't mind. When you're ahead, just don't die. As we've mentioned, they don't even have to kill him. They're just forcing him to TP back to base
Wait,
over and over
S4's
again.
in their base. He's not doing anything. He's just not dying. Just killing creeps in their base.
He's
Power
going
of Brazil.
Octarine, which is quite interesting. I still feel like a Lotus Orb is quite necessary at some point.
He went Radiance. He's greedy, man. It's level 25 talent, too, of the spell Lifesteal with
Oh.
Octarine.
What about the Warpath
Crazy.
damage?
What
Sure.
about it?
Could do that.
What
What
about
about
it?
it?
It's working now. Apparently, it wasn't working before.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, this is we've seen multiple games like it is almost impossible for EG to push uphill.
But they just get all the bounty earns.
Yeah, but complexity, I mean, that's when they win a game. We have Fatal Bonds, we have Rock.
Moo's got gold for Ags.
Yeah, and he's in a dangerous spot here. I was just
He's
about
running to the secret shop,
He's going
actually.
over here, yeah.
This is... I'm not going to lie. I've had issues with this patch where you can't get your items. Your courier just dies.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of it,
That's playing to win, baby.
Oh, nice timing. There you go. Speaking of courier dying,
whose was that? I assume
it was
PL's?
PL's, yeah.
Okay.
Roche is going to be spawning in somewhere between the 1 to 4 minutes. And they have an illusion rune for PL, which is value. Was that his, like, full Manta?
No, it was
Silver Edge.
Oh, he went Silver Edge. Okay.
Orb, yeah.
I like Silver Edge this game. It's really nice against Tinker because he has to see you, and he's never going to carry detection because Tinker always has slot issues. Manta doesn't really do much for you either.
Nope,
Oh.
nope. Final
Nighttime.
time to jump. TA using that nighttime. Mystic Flare in response, though. Moomiander, he'll 4 staff away and be fine for now. Samel at half-life currently. Doesn't have the Aegis anymore. Going for Night Stalker. Huge hit out of the meld, and Night Stalker cannot run. The gem has dropped. Z-Freak's also going to get caught out in the midst. Sumel just has too much support around him, apparently. A bold attempt from complexity does not
S4's in
pay
their
off.
base. He's still just killing creeps. Yeah, I like the effort, right? You have to do that if you're complexity. Like you have to make something happen, especially before next Roche.
They know what the net worth graph looks like.
They know. They know. They see this TA. They're like, oh, goodness gracious.
I'm guessing they have another gem that they can purchase, but
Yeah, that's more gold you're losing.
yeah. 10 charges now on the Bloodstone for Leshrac, so that obviously going downhill a little bit. He's almost got those Guardian Greaves at least finished.
That Bloodthorn damage is so much.
Yeah, he got shredded on Moo there.
Oh, shredded. Still scared to push it. I'm really surprised they're actually not pushing it, though. I know it's versus Tinker, but
man, yeah.
it's this is, I know, we know the meme, unhealable damage, but getting this damage while Fatal Bonds and Rock is down, like, however much you could get, you need to get.
Yeah. And they're doing the, like, multiple lanes at once approach, which is by far the best way to deal with the Tinker, right? Because if you walk down one lane, you're walking into, like, 3 or 4 marches, and
Up here.
that doesn't do anything. But either way, I think Roche is a huge deal this game.
I don't even think you can test his complexity.
I think you have to, though. I don't think you want to, but based on what they just did, I think they realized that they cannot just sit in base and win. So they're going to hopefully have a smoke prepared.
Yep.
It's really hard. Is there ability to check the shop, actually?
No, and not that I know of, at least.
Okay, I was always wondering about that. You can't tell how many
yeah.
smokes they have, which is kind of an important thing.
Smokes, wards ready, things like that. It would be nice, but unless I just don't know of it, it's possible. But I don't believe there is.
It's not.
Top lane,
Oh, they're looking for the Night Star. He soars above him.
he's good. He's got that Ags, of course, and plenty of vision as a result, so he'll fly away before any kind of catch happens. But, how much more analyzing can we do on this, right? It really is just the same thing of complexity, just playing it out. Roshan is up in 20 seconds, so I assume then we're going to see EG start making their way over there.
Out. And Night Stalker has his Ags, correct?
Let's down bottom lane, by the way.
There's
Yes, Night Stalker does have his Ags.
That's good.
Oh!
He's getting closer every second. He's almost there.
Tip him again. Go.
He's out of tips, probably.
Yeah,
So
probably.
it's crazy, right? Complexity's just sitting in their base, but if EG goes for Roche, they can't do it. If nighttime's up, they can't do it. Because of the Aghanims, Night Stalker, Rockets are just going to melt EG, so...
There's the
But
gem.
it's up and it's day. No Night Stalker roll for 30 seconds,
Oh,
and that's
just
long
do it.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just do it. man.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
easily it's 10 seconds to kill Roshan, maybe even
Look at that.
faster.
Oh my god, the Bloodthorn damage. Is that Refresher? That's
Yeah,
third?
it is third Roche.
I'm looking. Who?
You give it to Bristleback, obviously.
Yep, Refresher the Quills.
You actually give it to Skywrath for double Atos, right? Or no?
Yeah, that seems
Or
legit.
do you give it to TA for double
There you
refraction?
go, Shadowblade Atos on Sky. He
like
knows
it.
their problem.
I actually like it.
No, it is very good.
It's either him or double refraction.
He has to go Sheepstick. Like, I think that's his item for sure.
Not Ags?
Nah, you get the sheep. They have no stuns, and you
Oh,
don't
true.
you don't have cores that want to build stuns either. So I think if you actually have any problems in this game, it's lack of stuns.
Well,
Like,
Whip-
and that's a short list of problems that EG has right now.
Lip does have the scythe.
So a little more tools to work with for complexity.
They're sieging towers finally. There we go. Agony.
Let the lasers begin.
Tier 3 goes down.
It's
If
going
they
to be
want
natural
back
night in about a minute and a half, so they've got like a 50-second window before he just pops ulti and makes it night.
What do you go in this? You go the doppelganger cooldown on PL,
Yeah,
right?
I
versus
think
the,
so.
The laser. Hey,
Fatal Bonds, laser. There's a lot of stuff to remove.
Going S4, not the easiest kill. His front was turned, though, to them, and the Hex comes out on top of that, and they will
Nice.
kill the Bristleback. So
Okay, but that's Golem.
let's
That's
go.
still a nice kill. That's
I mean, you have to do it.
Take what you get.
because he had 2 cheeses on him, by the way, and he couldn't get one of them
Spirit Vessel was on, so Cheese wouldn't actually do much.
Fair, yeah. I mean, so he might have actually
Just
purposely not used it, but
off. Unless he eats both of them.
he was croc controlled pretty
There's a
heavy.
cooldown on the
Oh,
fondue.
is there? What's the cooldown?
40 seconds, I think.
Okay.
It is, yeah, oh my gosh.
That makes sense because you do have. If you didn't know cheese, well, see it, but you got to make cheese bubble, and there's a cooldown on that. I feel
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
it. It's fondue, baby.
Sand King, he might have been caught. No,
You
not
guys
gonna see
eaten
him.
fondue before?
Yes.
I've had fondue.
I love fondue, man.
Fondue
It
is
been a while.
delish.
It is.
They sheeped up this PL. I don't think he gives a crap, though.
Yeah, we're watching Moonmeander maybe go down.
This
Oh,
is the
the
Great
Skywrath.
Escape.
Skywrath, he's finally gonna get it. Oh no, it's not. He doesn't have Mystic Flare. That's why.
Dude,
Getting
this guy.
escaped.
He's
Complexity actually is playing how they need to play to draw out this game,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
what are they drawing it out for is like kind of what I wonder.
lost
Don't
to
you
tier
just
3
lose?
top.
Yeah.
Overextension. That's what you know. What else can they do, right? It's that they're not. They don't have a strategy where it's like, oh yeah, as long as we just do this, we're gonna win this game. It's a we gotta delay as much as possible, have EG overextend, play poorly for a couple of minutes, and maybe we win.
But EG is also playing it properly. They like
So
look they've
far they
they've
are,
poked
yes.
down all 3 lanes, right? And that's how you need to play against Tinker. Like, all 3 lanes are missing their tier 3. Not very often you see that.
They have some vision on some heroes.
BKP now in Bristleback. So what just happened that previous time is definitely not happening.
If they
again.
can get TA with a sheepstick, he's only got like he doesn't have an Aegis or anything. But they're just, I like how EG's playing. They have this ward and they're just sitting on it.
Obviously, Night Stalker, Ags, they pretty much will just see each other. They might go for it right now. They got the vision.
They're actually setting up on bottom, hoping to see Skywrath Mage defend.
BKB on Sand King is on top of them with the epicenter, but not nearly enough of a stun to
Sky's dead bottom.
prevent his own BKB. So Crit goes down at the bottom lane while they engaged, as you're talking about. And they are pushing tier 3, you're right.
Forcing EG
PL?
back. They're
That's
gonna chase the TPs. They find the real PL. Top lane.
They're TP out, the PL at the top lane. He has the Aegis, remember.
But he's alone.
He is
like
alone,
they have Witch Doctor, that's it.
Flies nearby.
I mean, it's a Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
4,000 net worth.
Not much you can do. So complexity, bait is working out.
Still bouncing.
Scythe and right as he resurrects right there. Stun 4 did not hit Phantom Lancer though. They get the Witch. They got a little distracted by the Witch Doctor. So they kill Witch Doctor, but now Phantom Lancer has an out. Sumail coming in. Is this best decision though for Sumail? He's going after Limp. The Glimmer as well as the Lotus Orb keeps him alive for a split second. He'll stay alive at the time being. Going to be able to spam spells now as he blinks the daggers out for the time being. The upheaval slow in the backlash, by the way. Sumail cannot get close to a target. He finally blinks forward, and Sumail explodes as he does though. Phantom Lancer getting low. The Chaotic Offering used on top of him. Can he doppelganger in time? Yes, for now. Will it be enough to escape, though? Looks like the Silver Edge use actually is going to keep him alive. The trap slowing down Complexity's pursuit, and he will stay alive in the long run, or maybe not. Limp wants to keep chasing. Another doppelganger use. Limp wants his kill, baby.
The heart.
But with the heart regen, he's got plenty of life now, so he will be fine.
MVP Adam. That upheaval actually just destroyed him. He's just standing there, too. He's standing in the open, just upheavaling in the middle. That owned him.
Not to take away from EG, because they're actually doing a lot of things right, but Complexity is playing this really well.
That distraction bottom lane, is that's what caught them. They
have
TP
damage
kinda.
problems, right? So if they're only dealing with 1 or 2 heroes at a time, then that's how they win this game, because they know they have they're light on stuns on EG, and they have very limited damage on Cole, so they just have to separate them. They can kite them around a lot. And TA only has this BKB duration to actually do anything in these fights. So TA is like a hero that's really strong for 7 seconds, and then she just dies. So you just have to be able to survive that 7 seconds. And that Glimmer Cape from Z-Freak, man.
Z-Freak, yeah.
That was clutch stuff.
Speaking of that, that's an item that I was going to expect to see on the dire side, honestly. Maybe even Witch Doctor, but he ends up going the Forest Staff priority. I mean, I'm sure maybe that may be next in line for Fly, but
I guess you're versus Gem, Aghanim's Night Stalker.
Like, but still, the magic resistance itself is pretty good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now it's only 7K for EG. The roller coaster has started going back up. You know, we are ready to reload the plummet or going back to the summit. See what I did there? I don't think I do either.
Night Stalker Ags. Look at that. He sees cred.
Sorry.
I was listening.
Thank you.
That was nice.
I lost myself somewhere
You
in
were
there.
kind of drowning out there at the end. But crit. Oh, okay. They definitely see him, obviously, with a gem. So he runs right into death.
Sheeped up in the backlines.
He knows that's the buyback.
Templar Assassin. There's the buyback from Skywrath.
Does he actually just TP out of this?
No, they catch the Warlock, but that
the
level 20 talent doesn't really matter. Everyone else escapes. You're fine if you're Complexity there.
I mean, suddenly this game is 6K, like, and they're most importantly, not only is it 6K, but they're actually walking outside of their base.
That's the big thing. It's Aghanim's Night Stalker has kept him in this game. Like, always having vision of at least one hero. Like,
and he's going Nullifier.
Yeah, and you have these, speaking of that, the items, I mean, they're coming. He's going to have the Nullifier very soon. Tinker's got a BKB now.
You don't just buy it, right? Because you won't have buyback?
Well,
I mean, he already bought the Relic on Night Stalker,
sure
so he has to buy it. Yeah, like, he's going to invest in the future.
Yeah, no, they're at a spot.
Invest in the present.
They would rather have the items to buy than worry about the buyback.
Well, you have no Warlock, no buyback. Buyback's pointless, but, that glyph, that's big.
Chaotic Offering is up.
All right. Let's see. Yeah,
time for him to buy a late game Blink Dagger on the Warlock. So he's going to golem, blink in, and die.
It's not a bad idea.
They found the TA, the Nullifier coming out. Follow up, not the greatest though initially. Epicenter, nice Force Staff away. He's at half-life though. The burst damage, feeling it. Chaotic Offering on top of the Phantom Bombs put out. Templar Assassin will end up melting. Dead for 100 seconds. Has to buy back Limp though. BKB saving him for the time being. RTZ going for the Glimmer Cape on top of that with a Lotus Orb, and he's able to blink away. As a result, S4 meanwhile just keeps spamming the Quills on top of Adam now. Maybe going to get him killed at least. Nope, never mind. He'll just TP out in front of them and survive with that Ghost Scepter. Fly ends up going down himself with no buyback.
And look at that 1K lead.
Okay, so since we have a brief break in the action.
Yes.
Remember how when we saw the old OG, the problem that a lot of people felt was they didn't have a clear one, right? Do you remember that?
With Ana, you mean?
No, the one where before Fly and S4 left.
Miracle and...
No, I'm talking with no
Oh,
tail.
this season.
Yeah, I'm saying like
Okay.
the old one, like very recent though.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
like the previous one. They didn't have a clear one. I feel like the problem with EG is they have 3 ones. And if you actually look at their heroes, I really hope they buy a Lotus because they're just getting chain sheeped. If you have a single Lotus,
It just, especially you just put in, you sheep to Tinker back.
yeah,
Yeah.
and unless he's
Yeah.
BKB'd, and it's one of those things where
Yeah, you can't purge it anymore, but
like
the
they don't
reflect,
even
yeah.
have like a glimmer cape or anything like that. Like you see Tinker living like 3 times because of team items, right? He gets Lotus, he gets glimmered, he gets Force Staffed. The only team item they have on EG is Force Staff, and anybody who gets sheep just dies. They actually just die, full to 0. Like
Yeah.
they have no way to save the TA when he gets nullified. That's like insane to me, honestly, that you don't have a way to stop TA from getting chained, sheeped, and nullified. Because out of BKB, that's going to happen to him 100% of the time, and I hope S4 adjusts. But he actually took the Octarine
Yeah,
core, so I'm not a fan.
And is Octarine core really doing a lot? Like, he's not really dying other than one time he went into the base and got locked down completely, but
I want to
he's
be
got
clear.
BKB now. And
I hope I don't sound like I'm flaming.
no, your point is very valid.
I-
Absolutely.
I think it like I just don't like to see it, right? This is something I feel like I see in pubs where I'm like, God, just one team item and we'd be so much better off. And they actually have 0 team items
This is
other than maybe
complexities.
Solar and Pipe. I mean, Pipe is like,
Everyone has.
it definitely falls off as the game goes on.
He gets this level 25 ton as well. I mean, so Bristleback basically unkillable. Octarine core, 50% spell life still on top of that.
He'll just get, I mean, they'll just wait for the end, then perma sheep him at the end of a fight and kill
Yeah.
him.
PL absolutely falls off this game, too. You have Shiva's done on the Lesh, which is ownage against PL. You have, obviously, the Tinker with the laser. And I don't know, man. I think that this is anyone's game still, but the way that compLexity is playing it is they have all the tools they need to make their fights much easier. You have Golem, you have all these team items, you have BKBs. Like now PL has a BKB, but outside of BKBs, who wins? And it's like the team with 0 stuns does not win. Outside of BKBs.
Going through the level 25 talents here. Radiant doesn't have any yet. They have a couple 24, 23, so they're getting their all 25 cores for EG. The big one for me is that Doppelganger cooldown over the critical strike
Yeah.
from Phantom Lancer.
You have to versus laser, especially.
Oh, yeah, of course. No, it makes sense, but... Oh, chaotic offering. Who do they catch over here? It's Skyreth Mage, it looks like.
Oh.
Not really the best follow-up, though. Samiel, he TPs over to S4, or that's Arteezy, excuse me, TPing in on top of S4. S4, of course, he's a distraction. Don't want to go after him. Bit of a spread fight. The laser, though, bouncing around, and they will take out 10% for 2 minutes now. Limp BKB, the epicenter coming out from Moomy, and Skyreth's going to put down the Mystic Flare, but with the BKBs, not doing a whole lot. Maybe on
Limp can't
Z-Freak,
blink.
though. Z-Freak is getting very low. Glimmer Cape will save him, though, at the last second. Yet again, feel like I've said that over and over and over again. Tinker does end up going down, though. S4 just running into the base. Boy, is he a tough target to take care of. He is showing that the longer this fight lasts,
S4's
the
on
more
it.
damage he does, to be fair. They kill the
S4.
Warlock. Z-Freak is in trouble now. Or is he? The Bristleback, he gets stunned up. They do end up taking out the Witch Doctor, but Sand King and top of the Mystic Flare. Bristleback finally getting low enough for a kill, though it looks like. Lim trying to finish the job, but with his back turn, it's easier said than done. He will actually escape. You know what?
How did
S4
EG
did do a
win
lot
that?
there. Okay, they're going to get crit, too. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Tinker's come. No.
EG just, I thought it was a reasonably even team fight, but
Yeah.
the buyback from Tinker, dude, S4 just destroyed him.
Yeah, he did.
Like the fact, right, that if he just sits on top of the Tinker, even if you don't kill him, he can't blink, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You cannot blink.
I thought that was heavily favored for compLexity, and then and Arteezy barely lives. Moo dies at the end. S4 barely lives, and I mean, never mind. Like it's not even close. Like that was.
Yeah. Samil died
Very
at the beginning
early.
of the fight.
Yeah,
He's dead
that's
for
why I
2
thought it was
minutes.
favored, right? But now they need to get Roche, I think, before Sumail's alive. But even if they can, I don't even know if they can. But
Yeah.
that's
Like S4 just walks in there, good luck.
yeah.
They do need a load. Like if EG has a Lotus now, they don't really lose team fights. I don't think.
Fly, he's dead.
Don't know what he's
No
doing.
buyback. I mean, that's support. That's
50
still dead. They have
seconds.
They have three heroes missing.
That's a
Push in the
really
middle.
Late game, it's these like the cores are amped up by their support items. Like, and now, do you go Roche? What are they doing? What's the play?
They're
Arteezy is cutting
sending
ways with
out,
illusions, which is
yeah.
quite
They're
important.
doing Roche, though, I think.
They have to get an objective, please. They
Of course,
just.
they'll know.
I hope they do. They have 25 seconds with no supports.
He's almost level 25 for that attack speed. I assume he's going to get this game.
Has the Diabolic Edict explosions, which is physical damage, so that actually
True.
buffs up their ability to kill Roche quite well. But they're just running in PL illusions. They're going to be able to stall this.
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
not
going to be able to
getting
get
it.
this. Ugh.
EG's here.
It's all about, right? If Tinker goes down in this next fight, I think the game The game's just over.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
The game
absolutely.
just
You can't
ends
win without
immediately.
Tinker. He's all of their good team.
Oh,
Look at-
where do they jump here? That's going to be the Phantom Lancer. He's hexed up the whole time. Phantom Lancer is going to end up going down. He has a buyback, uses it immediately, though. Tinker
has
is
no
out of there
buyback.
for the time being.
Oh,
Moo, if he does die, he
S4.
stated as mentioned. S4 just spam galore. They do not want to attack and proc more quills.
Nice sheep.
Moo keeping his distance. The scythe lockdown is not enough. They end up dropping Moo. He's dead for 2 minutes, as mentioned. Sand King.
His
now
Lotus
it's
Orb's in his
turn to be in
backpack to pick
trouble.
up the gem.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He couldn't use it to get away. He's dead for 2 minutes as well as Moo Meander, who's swapping around, going for the gem value.
You got to put your solar. I mean, that's one of those things we see, right? That's a high.
It's in the moment.
I mean,
It's
that's
in
like
the
a
moment.
split-second
It is.
decision, man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's huge. That's no buyback Nightsire, no buyback.
Do they
Still a
just
Tinker.
lose?
It's still a Tinker.
I mean, but the Tinker has to have these like meat shields to actually soak up the damage.
Chaotic Offerings ready as well.
S4 is just destroying him. He's just
Yeah.
sitting on top of one person, and even though they can't even get away from him, right?
Yeah.
He just runs
No,
at him.
I take it back. I mean, the Octarine core is definitely working, as well as the talent.
Look at.
He is a beast.
Apparently, you don't need team items.
Yeah. Just
I
run at
thought
them
they
with
were. I
damage.
thought that was why they were struggling,
Oh.
but
Axe picked up by Warlock with the Chaotic. He's going to go for it. Might as well.
He might
That's
get a
a
kill in
dead
the back.
fly.
A couple
but he
as
has
a
buyback.
result. The Fatal Bond spreading some good damage. Bristleback
Is he
is
dead
getting
on
a little
Bristle?
bit low. Bristle.
Oh my God, he's
Seafreak,
actually
they will
dead.
take him down with the explosions. He's dead for 100. Again, he has a buyback.
They've only lost one lane of racks.
EG went for the tier 4. That's why. They did not even try for
Okay,
others.
gem on the deck.
This is a game you definitely go for Megas, I think. But they're going to go for Roche. It's a smart
Does
play.
Roche? I mean, it matters, but does it?
helps. I mean, you're denying it from them at least.
Yeah, you don't have like a refresher shard hero though, right?
Maybe
like,
you're denying it from them. You're ready.
There
Something's
is he
crazy
going.
happening.
Seafreak
Oh my
trying
God.
to just go pause the wall. Maybe wants to make
Sumail
something happen.
super low with
Gets
no
us out at
Aegis.
the last second. The
He
Aegis is
gets
picked
it.
up by Sumail at the last second, so he may go down. He's coming right back up.
Left
Cheese was
check
eaten by
Cheese.
Seafreak in the midst of it. Sumail,
The
he's going to resurrect in 2
upheaval.
seconds. Seafreak, the Edict is still ticking around RTZ. He's withstanding the damage. The break effect comes out and down goes Slash with the upheaval slow, though. On
Sumail.
top of that, Sumail's trying to TP out.
Oh.
The Golem's doing so much damage to him, though. Has to walk away with the refraction. Will end up surviving in the end, but damn, that was close right there.
my butt was clinched.
Bottom barracks is dying to something. I don't know what.
Down here.
Yeah, that
Oh,
zero
okay,
melee
one guy.
creep.
This
I was
guy.
like, I hear it dying.
That's unhealable.
It is. Oh.
He gets distracted.
I mean, Leshrak's honestly like the 2 position at this stage.
Yep.
So like him being alive, they had their Tinker and Lesh.
Oh my.
He is the 2 actually. He's not
What
even
a-
like he's.
Dude, if Sumail doesn't get that Aegis there, oh my goodness, that was so close.
Yeah.
I love when you look at the net worth. You have 3 of the top 4 by a long shot on EG, and they're only up by 4K. Because if you look at the Warlock compared to Witch Doctor and then
Stay
Night
broke.
Stalker, yeah, I mean,
Stay broke, fly.
it's so funny.
Well, they do. I mean, getting one lane of racks, I know people are probably like, well, it's not Megas. Getting one where it's at least always pushed in, like if you do take a fight in a different lane, it is going to be
They
nice.
have a
middle
ton of
push.
creep clear on
They do.
complexity though, so
They
it's
do.
not. It's like certain games it matters more than
But
others.
you do have to remember that. Sometimes it can't happen. I mean, Alliance and Open qualifiers when they lost to a couple of creeps.
Yeah. So
You have to
Z-Freak,
remember.
he's got 6K gold. What's he going? What's the play?
What does he get here?
Radiance.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Octarine?
No.
Radiance Octarine. I think you might go Octarine into Radiance. I don't think it's bad.
I mean, Radiance is
especially
actually
PL.
insane against PL just because you constantly cancel the heart.
I like Octarine
Yeah?
Radiance on Lash actually.
Okay. I suppose you'd go the Octarine first,
Octarine
though,
first,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
He's going F plate. Well, he has it queued up at least. Doesn't mean he'll go it. He just queued it up.
And he does have slot issues,
That's what
but
I
I
was
feel like the
thinking,
stick
too.
could just get you just get rid of the stick. Is that
course,
important
yeah.
against? I know you're against PL, but is it really that
No,
important?
yeah.
Hey, another 4. There's a Lotus for Skyrath now, queued up.
It's super. I mean, they need one
He has
really
the
badly.
refresher. Okay, double Atos, double ulti, double silence. What are the buybacks looking like? Sorry.
No, that's
Uh,
important. Just Lesh and
PL.
Tinker's up at
T8
2 minutes.
does.
Tinker's up at 2 minutes. Sand King and Night Stalker actually don't have the gold, even though they're up in 2 minutes.
Who has the shard, by the way? It's TA? Oh, he handed it off.
Skyrath has it.
Scarrath picked it up now. Okay. Yeah,
They
now
have
that I know
2
the-
shards, I think.
The cheese was eaten, at least.
Oh, I thought they had
Last
2
fight.
shards.
Oh, I like this aggressive play.
Might have been used last
Night
fight,
Stalker
yeah.
Nullifier.
Maybe he used it to like refresh the BKB on TA or something.
Gotta go for
Crit.
it.
That's a huge
Ready.
kill.
Crit. They're going for it. There is a little bit of backup nearby. Will they commit? Sumail, 4 staff out.
Oh, the
Crit
force.
ends up surviving. The splitter's done a little too late.
Careful,
like
guys.
3.
It's daytime.
Yeah.
They have 3 4 staffs, by the
He
way.
can make it nighttime, though.
S4.
Oh, no fire applied. Right here on S4, but Mystic Flare comes out. They have to back off of it once again. S4, he's not afraid to be in the front lines for obvious reasons. In the back lines, Shiva's going to be popped. Arteezy with the BKB, though, sitting on top of Limp. Chaotic Offering coming out. Fiddle Bonds, upheaval, trying his best. There's another Chaotic Offering to do the death right there with Warlock, but S4, he's getting a little bit lower, but so is Tinker. And that's the picker kills we're talking about. Limp, he will not have a buyback for the time being. Another couple of minutes. He is dead for. Leshrac also falls. EG winning this fight big time. Mumiender.
Stops the the evade hit to stop the blink.
He is out.
Oh.
He does have buyback on Tinker in 50 seconds, so he's
I was
gonna
effectively done
say-
for 50. He's done
Okay.
for 50 seconds right now.
Solar Crest.
Could buy back if necessary. About 50.
But obviously a very good fight for EG there. That was just super awkward. They played it really well because they didn't overcommit on top of the Warlock. He barely got the golem off because he actually got orchided like right after. But
Yep.
I mean, this is Megas, right? I
Yep.
think.
Should be. They should go for Megas, not tier 4s for sure.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
I like how Adam was trying to suicide that whole fight. If you watched him, he was actually just wandering around trying to suicide.
Somebody
he
kill
like
me.
refused to kill him. They're like, nah.
structures are fortified.
That's the power of that level 20 talent, man. I mean,
Tinker's
so he
going to be
fights
back in 15 seconds.
Again, he could suicide here just to be a distraction of anything.
I think you need a good Fatal Bonds before you suicide.
Upheaval's obviously pretty good as well.
I just Megas and out if you're EG, right?
Can they even get Megas? I don't know if they can, actually. S4?
His melee Rex is huge.
Who did they get over here? That's Crit. Crit's getting low. Oh, well, managed to get away. Sumail's also getting a little bit low. They end up finishing off Crit. BKB forced out of Sumail. And you can tell Mumiander, he wants that. He doesn't want Bristleback. He
Nice
wants the
stun.
kill on Templar Assassin. Does have a buyback and may need to use it right here.
Wow, what a game.
They've taken
Oh,
the
they got to
orange.
save their Rex.
They did, or they haven't yet.
Yeah, they save it.
Okay. Whew, I just saw creeps in the base and I wasn't moving my camera, so freaked out a little bit, you know. That is healable damage,
It is.
and they just need to keep creeps out of their base, I feel like.
We finally see that Silver Edge coming, by the way, for Mu.
You know.
Oh, this could be a huge kill in S4.
Doesn't have it yet as they go on a Bristleback. Sure enough, trying to get in front of him, of
I mean,
course.
it doesn't matter how long it takes you to
Change
kill him if
sheeps.
he's just a sheep stick the whole time.
Got him. They're going to try to
Or
force
as
out
Grant calls
buybacks
it
now.
a pig stick, I think, right? That's what you called it, Grant?
The pig stick, yeah.
Look at this. They're gonna have to all buy back. All three, right?
I think at least the 2 cores.
There you go. There's Crit as well as
Okay. Only 1
That's
core had to buy
4.
back.
TA isn't. They want it. They're like, we gotta make TA buy back. It's like a must.
25 seconds for Warlock's ulti, so that's kind of soon. May feel comfortable pushing in because of that. Also, Sand has the epicenter.
It's funny. Whoever's starting the fight's losing the fight. Like right, like Cole tried to
Yep.
start the fight by the Ancient, lost it, and then bottom lane they try to start the fight by taking racks. They lose it.
Well, both teams have, like, ridiculous counterplay, not really, like,
They do.
good, you know,
Straight up play.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Starting. Yeah.
especially
Golem
on
armor.
EG, but EG's so tanky that it's hard for complexity to actually start stuff with their,
I hear
Abilities.
ulti. Yeah, Sand King's
That's a
going in.
buyback on the
Can they
bristle
actually
already.
drop the bristle, though? Again, easier said than done. RTZ, BKB, he doppelgangers away for the time being,
No
but
buybacks. Sumail.
Pulse Nova ticking away from Leshrac to clear out the creep of anything. The upheaval, Adam's just sitting there channeling it
God, that's annoying.
with his chaotic offerings. That ability's been doing so much work this game.
I like the choice to go right before TA is back alive, but
Yeah.
the double force staff really well played by EG just sitting behind S4. So they knew that was coming. So that's like a really good choice by complexity and like really good foresight by EG to know it was coming. But the creeps are in the base, so they got to get those out.
Killing an effigy. They're just clearing out these useless buildings, right? And then that's when you start hitting tier 4s.
Everyone's level 25, by the way, except Witch Doctor's 18. So
Sheep stick,
That's,
by the way, on
that's what
Lesh.
feels bad, man.
Or sorry, Scythe on the Lesh rack now.
Lash, okay.
Pig stick on.
You
on
need
the,
they need 2 Lotuses on EG now. Lotuses are majorly important now. Like you sheep a Scythe or Lotus a Scythe, you're in a good spot. Unless you're BKB,
yeah.
but then you're not.
Oh, engagement top lane. Move will fall back before.
They got to
Let's
gift
see.
this Night Stalker a Moonshard at some point. That gives them that extra 200 vision.
Oh, good point.
Wait. It'll work with the Ags, like you just get.
Yeah, when you consume it, you
200.
get the 200 vision.
Okay. I was just like, that's okay. Full
That's
map?
that's their peak late game.
Yeah.
Silver Edge is pretty good
Yeah,
here,
I mean,
though,
you
so-
definitely take the Silver Edge first.
What's that first?
You disable the TA side blades.
Oh, RTZ, Nullifier up.
Four
Tinker
staffs.
trying to come in. These 4 staffs, though, continue to save. Make it difficult, even. RTZ kind of running back in. Thinking
Rock.
about it. Who do they catch over here? Looks like they catch the Witch Doctor. Epicenter on top. They're going to finish off Witch Doctor pretty quickly. Crit's also going to be caught as well. The attack speed of
No
Moo
buyback on Sky.
is pretty real. He ain't buying back for 110 seconds. RTZ sitting on top of Tinker. No way to stop the
Lash.
TP, though. He's going to get out. Leshrac in the midst of it. He's nullified up himself. He'll end up going down. Now they find the Warlock.
They don't want to kill him.
They don't want to kill him. Yeah, exactly. That level 20 is something to fear.
they're
Meanwhile,
going
over here,
to.
the Hex on the TA. TA's getting low. Templar Assassin will go down. 100 seconds. She buys back immediately, though. Break Effect put up a nice sucker from RTZ. But Nice Stalker just going back and forth. So if Moo goes down, it is absolutely a big one, but it's not going to be enough damage follow-up. Can't chase him down, distracted elsewhere.
What is happening?
And now Sand King Burl Strike. Unable to blink, though. 2 more seconds, 1 more seconds. No, he gets stopped.
Yep, Radiance burn now.
Radiance burn, but Z-Freak is back. Scythe trying to help the best he can with the splitter. That's not nearly enough, though. Down goes the Sand King.
That was so good that
ready.
they didn't kill the Warlock, like you said. And then once everyone left, Arteezy just solo killed him so easily. That's just a really good play.
Looking to be using the Golem, though.
Just like we saw previously in the Immortals Optic game. Just cleared out with the 20 extra armor. It's a big boy.
Yeah, what else are you going to do when you're dead?
Dude, look at how he walks. Like he just got out of the
He
gym.
knows he's a big boy.
He knows he's the man. He knows.
That's like Shadow Fiend in Golem form, it looks like almost.
He is. He's just strutting around.
Armor, man.
That cosmetic
20.
actually looks exactly like Shadow Fiend. That's like on steroids or something.
Free Roche, though. I mean, once again, not the biggest deal, but it is. I mean, a secondary life.
The way this
Tinker's
game's going.
gonna have buyback in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's not even the shard that's the biggest deal like it usually is in most games. I feel it is the Aegis, honestly.
It's the shard if complexity gets it. It's the fact they're denying the shard. They're denying the shard is the biggest deal for sure. God, this is look at how tanky this Roche is. Is this 5 or 6?
5, I want to say.
I think that's 5. Yeah, it's the 3rd refresher shard.
I mean, are there other items? What is our TZ? 9,100 gold. Okay, he just bought something.
This is one of those mental games. Like right now, it's pretty. I mean, you see a 3K lead. I mean, buyback sets this, but this is like the mental game. Who can just not make mistakes? Who does not get annoyed at playing this game right? Because a lot of players get annoyed at playing these games where like it is a stalemate and someone has to start it off.
Well, Tinker, 53 more 100 gold saved up on him.
He should give the Moon Shard for sure.
He needs buyback though.
Wait till you get 10K. He'll get there pretty quick.
Yeah, he'll get there.
It is going to be an MKB on PL, probably replacing the Diffusal, right?
Diffusal is pretty powerful as the game goes on.
Versus, I get, but it, like
you do need an MKB though.
The Ghost Scepter and all that.
He even prioritized getting a Moon Shard over it though. Unless that was TA that gifted it to him, I'm not actually sure.
Can you maybe like swap in, use Silver Edge, and then swap in the MKB, and then use it that way or something like
The
that?
Silver Edge cooldown is actually pretty important. Like you don't want it to be.
I think it's dead for the Diffusal for sure, or it could just be for the boots. No.
The Silver Edge has saved him like 3 times.
Yeah.
That Silver Edge has more than paid for itself, and I think it's actually the most important item in his inventory.
All right.
Maybe outside of
Radiance for Sand King. Why not? One of those items.
It's good for it.
You need a
PL.
Radiance
even this
for
late.
PL, even against Tinker.
That's something. Yeah, his level 25 talent too. By the way, the Sandstorm Slow and Blind. That's something that it's one of those kind of like Upheaval almost, where it's subtly doing a lot.
That's
I haven't noticed it, but that's that makes sense actually. Basically a Ricky Cloud at that point that doesn't silence but does a ton of damage.
He's finally using PL illusions on the ranged Drax.
Yeah, they do about a damage and a half per hit.
Hey.
Unhealable.
It's going. Very slowly.
Mood tempting fate there.
They should make it so tier 4s heal again.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. BSJ, that's the best suggestion I've ever heard.
It's hot fix into this game right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's make
I just know Grant hated it so much.
I mean, it just, yeah. Glad it's gone, but here we go. Yep, I mean, at least EG has something to do. Send illusions at a range.
There you go, that range. It's feeling the pain.
Oh, here we go.
The Silver Edge.
The break, yeah, they break S4 here. This definitely is a kill chance. Another 4-star Chaotic for all 5 heroes coming out from Adam. On top of the upheaval with the Fatal Bonds.
But they're dying to
Fatal
Bonds.
Sand King ends up going down himself. He buys back immediately. Leshrac. Arteezy going to focus down Adam, but again, you don't necessarily want to kill him. He's just going to sit there with the upheaval. Glimmer Keep also helping keep it alive. Z-Freak running around the Pulse Nova. Sumail, he gets sheeped up going after Moo. Sumail ends up dropping the Aegis. We're going to bring him back up. A little bit of time in between, though. S4 ended up living throughout that due to the cheese being eaten, but it looks like this time around, may end up going down the void. The Hasterin, maybe? No, he cannot make it to it now. Arteezy runs back in on top of Tinker, but again, the Scythe coming out to lock him down. Witch Doctor, Moo sitting on top of him. One more attack will do him. And over here, Tinker able to get out actually back to base for the time being. Back over here now, Sumail.
He might be in trouble.
He can't blink.
BKB TP, is that enough? Oh, he goes down 2 minutes, he's dead. It's just Phantom Lancer versus complexity.
What's the buybacks? Like how long? No,
26
okay, he's
seconds.
dead. Okay, Bristleback's alive in 25, but TA is dead.
Dude, this
Skywrath Mage is back in 20 seconds if he wants it.
What a perfect jump onto the Bristle, right? The Bristleback's the only, like, thorn in the side of Tinker, right? The Radiant stopping all
Where
these
are the
blinks.
Lotus Orbs against the Tinker, man? I'm actually, like, upset about it.
You're losing it.
I'm losing it, Grant.
This is
Going bananas.
Dude, these Silver Edge plays
Okay, that's
onto the
pushing
Bristle.
it.
That's a little
No,
too
that's
much.
pretty good, though. I actually didn't
I'll
think
let you
about
use it.
That was such a good play by the Silver Edge break on Bristle. What a great play.
No, you knew that the item was going to be high value for sure. It just took a long time to get it, but
You're fine losing this Rax, right?
well,
No,
they're not.
apparently, yeah.
Bristleback wants to do. Oh, he stops actually.
Fakes.
Tinker had no mana, so that might have actually been an okay TP.
It prevents the
Or
Rax.
Silver Edge.
I mean, he had no mana on Tinker.
Yeah, but you just get Silver Edged and stunned up by Sand King Lash, and
Are
you
you
die.
trying to say you know better than me?
Yes.
Okay.
Bristle. That would be a tieback, remember. He is pretty deep, though. Moo. Arteezy sitting on top of Moo.
Nice
Moo just going to try to
silence.
run. He's broken himself. Limit the backlash. Mystic Flare. TP out, though. They cannot stop it, it looks like. With that BKB, he gets out. Moo ended up running away as well, so everyone does escape on complexity's side.
They didn't get anything.
Nope. They did not.
70-minute bounty runes.
They got tier 3 tower and
Those
70-minute
things are
bounty runes.
a lot
There
of
you go.
gold. That's
Oh.
like
Z-Freaks.
180 a piece for. That's 900 gold per
Hey,
bounty rune.
Z-Freak has taken the Shrine,
Get the bounties. They know they
Tried.
need it.
but they heal up. my
Warlock
friend.
actually needs this refresher. That'd be sick.
Man, what a hectic game.
Moo, there's one more bounty rune, dude.
8,800 gold. Okay, Night Stalker just bought his AC.
Oh,
guy's
global concussive. He knows they see him.
Oh, true.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
How is this possible? Oh, got it. Kill
It's
it.
funny, right? We've seen pretty much either 20, 25-minute stomps, or once if a game goes to 50 minutes, we have seen multiple of these games where it's
70,
like
80.
you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Fly even waited the extra 30 seconds for that bounty rune. 181 gold as opposed to the 180.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Value City.
Make sure we check the network to see if we notice it.
This is, for being 70 minutes into the game, this is an item that feels like it could turn the tide a little bit, too.
Absolutely.
Refresher on Warlock.
Oh,
Still got to farm it.
He's got 3,000, so he's getting. Oh,
Complexity
refresher
has
on
all the
Tinker,
relevant
by the way.
buybacks except for. Oh, they have them all actually.
Oh, the refresher on
Refresher
Tinker. I love it.
Tinker. Moo. Goes on Phantom Lancer. He's going to do this several times, though. Not when I overcommit. Mystic Flame response. He's actually dropping a half-life currently. Support is
bonds.
here, though. Moo Meander cannot blink in. He's forced to BKB. The Epicenter essentially does nothing. Flies sitting on top of the upheaval. Arteezy now with Doppelganger 4, though. Stop the upheaval channel from Warlock. They get the kill on him. Level 20 talent kicks in. Fly ends up surviving, by the way. Now Arteezy is focus firing Moo Meander. Buyback from Moo, who did end up going down. Z-Freak also dead for 70. He cannot buy back.
The aggressor loses every single fight. Like, Cole is on the Dire side looking for an aggressive play, and they lose the fight.
He lost the gem, I'm guessing.
What is happening?
Yeah, 2 gems on the side of
Dotes.
EG.
I just want to say the last fight. I didn't even forgot to mention it, but the Warlock, or sorry, the Witch Doctor and Skywrath Mage didn't take a single point of damage. They just died to Fatal Bonds.
Fatal. Oh, yeah.
Like
at
they
the
100 to
tier
0
three
from
rating,
Fatal
yeah.
Bonds.
I mean, that was because the Bristle Cheese, too, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
guess what? You're refreshing your teammates dying. Have
Yeah,
fun.
that was just so
Smart.
funny to me. But either way, like EG, I mean, it's daytime. Night Stalker had a backpacked AC for that entire fight, so like that.
Oh,
all
the
that.
Abyssal, finally. No more BKB TPs.
That's actually a really
Yeah, I
good
saw
purchase.
Bristol going for one, too.
Radiant's
G. I
That's
guess
a
you
big
do
set.
buy back the Warlock.
90 seconds.
Spread out, no Fatal Bonds. That's the big thing.
Yep.
They have plenty of Force Staffs. Just get them out.
That Night Stalker axe.
They somehow find a way to jump on him when he's playing cocky. Not cocky, but if he's playing like up like that, they got to watch out because he did buy back.
Gotta de-ward your base, fellas.
Well, they saw them smoke.
That's actually huge that ward's still there.
Did they see him? Oh, yeah, they did. No.
They don't have a gem anymore, so.
They didn't see him smoke. It was just,
Do they not?
I don't think so.
I thought the Night Stalker vision might have spotted it, but
They could have. Oh, there's the blink. So he doesn't go refresher. He goes blink on Warlock, like you said.
There you go.
okay.
That's a miniature refresher.
Pretty much, huh?
50 seconds for the chaotic offering.
That was so funny to watch EG just run away from the Warlock.
It's like,
The
don't
thing is-
kill him.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to kill him if he's upheaving, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. As long as Adam gets upheaval off, you have to kill him. If he doesn't get upheaval, they're just going to leave him alone. It's all about that upheaval.
He's got that kamikaze as we saw in the Worms game.
Yep.
That's what he's got going.
They're going to get the... I mean, obviously it's not a huge deal, but they are going to get the range racks. It's literally not a deal at all, but
No, it's the melee is the one that mattars, of course.
they're not even going to
Easy.
get it. Come
That
on,
Topple
man.
King, your spam. gotta kill the illusions. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna run out of mana
it's
eventually.
going to not live. It's dead, right?
Oh.
Yes.
It literally means nothing, but yeah, they got it. It's
hype,
gold.
hype.
Get it, baby. Get it.
Come on, EG
baby.
streamer, get hype, man. That's
I'm
another.
hype.
That's 5/6 of the way down.
Skywrath Lotus Orb.
Okay,
working on it.
and
There's
Witch
Witch
Doctor.
Doctor, just
Okay,
bought it. There you go.
honestly,
This is
74
game-changing.
honestly,
minutes.
that changes a ton.
It's not. It's not even the laser anymore, right? It's the sheep
It's
thing.
the
If
sheep,
somehow Limp sheeps
nullifiers.
himself, if Limp sheeps himself and S4 gets on top of him, he will do nothing. He
Yeah.
will absolutely.
You have to
do
think about the
nothing.
nullifiers too, though, because they've been
True.
preventing like BKBs. So
Yeah.
if you Lotus the nullifier off, obviously you can't Lotus off yourself, but that's not
I
who
think
you're buying it for.
EG's cores have definitely progressed better, which is weird, right? Like Warlock less supports you would feel, but the items, like the Force Staffs have saved, right? Even when they get sheep, they like double Force Staff their core out, they get out. Now they can double Force Staff, they can Lotus. The items
Tinker has a refresher.
have slowly come, yeah.
I guess that's just double BKB. That's all.
And
That's
double blink.
all it
Yeah.
does. I know. I mean, you're using it at base almost certainly. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like.
I know what you're saying. Ooh, what a game.
Yeah, just to clarify, so Lotus Orb does not purge off sheep. It's
No,
more of the reflection that you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, you have to put it on him to sheep. Like he's gonna sheep himself. Like that's what you
What?
want to do.
It's just like the minute you put the Lotus Orb on, they can't keep casting crap on you.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That's the point. It
And
breaks
especially
the
with,
chain.
They
with
can, but it won't be
Leshrac
good.
spamming.
I mean,
the
okay,
Sand.
they've
It's
got
not like
one more
BKB
volley
where they
technically.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got one more volley where they could
Even
technically.
a Kaya.
It even removes Fatal Bonds from the supports, which is really nice. Like
Yeah.
they can use it on themselves to not die to Fatal Bonds.
Skyrath gets a late game Kaya. His ult is doing a lot of damage still, surprisingly.
He took the Mystic Flare damage over the GPM. I don't know
like-
actually
I
how I
like
feel
it.
about that, honestly. This
I like
game,
it now.
He would be 6-slotted if he took the GPM.
True, but that damage, and now he has the Kaya coming out.
Yeah, I mean,
He's been 25 for like 20 minutes at
yeah,
least.
he would have a full another item.
Oh, wow. Something's going on here, boys.
Yes, they're watching each other.
We see you.
We got some peepers.
They might go on that middle.
They see S4, they see RTZ, they know they're in the area. It's
At what
complexity.
point is it worth on PL to put boots in your backpack? Like
In the middle of
you just have another item. It's kind of interesting.
next ages.
Night Stalker's just playing a ward right here.
Next ages.
Can't actually see him.
I mean, next ages, then you don't have to swap your boots out. You're just going to move your boots
Does that
anyways.
ward see him once the nighttime wears off?
I don't know.
Oh, so close actually. No, it doesn't.
Oh, over here. Just Z-Freak. Getting snotted all over.
Concussive.
They
Oh, they
find him.
finally found Moo. He was hiding a little bit too long.
That's
and
no
that's
buyback.
no
Oh my God.
buyback.
That like ruins the Tinker too, right?
Yeah.
And
doesn't
now
have the
Warlock
vision.
is not going to be able to get
The
a good
golem!
chaotic offering.
They just lost the game. Right?
Yeah, that seems for being so patient
Oh
this
no,
game.
he missed the creep. There he goes.
Oh,
There
is this-
he goes.
There he
I mean, they're going for
goes
Roshan
again.
anyways.
Oh, never
It's
mind.
Roshan number 20.
Please kill that creep, Z-Freak. Z-Freak! Z-Freak! I'm actually
Dude,
serious.
that creep is.
They actually have to kill creeps. They don't
Look
know
at
if he
that-
doesn't have buyback
they're
apparently,
pinging.
but it's
I'm
time.
trying to ping
So,
it.
guys,
They're
kill
gonna
the
get
creep,
it.
please.
You give this Aegis for the boots to travel 2 on RTZ, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe I am. I'm not.
If they have no creeps, they can't push.
Yep, that's why that one creep.
But they have no creeps.
Just
since-
exactly like last game.
Oh,
now.
look at Fly. He learned from that other series.
What? Oh yeah.
Walking down the mid lane, healing the creeps.
With the creep, yeah.
Come with me, friends. to
She-
glory.
Shepherd with his herd.
This could just be game. We're gonna see. What? There are no buybacks. Like even in like 10 seconds or 20, they're
Yeah.
completely gone. Okay.
They,
Just make
they
sure.
are dead for their time of death.
Yep. Just get the megas. It makes Limp way less potent pushing out lanes by a lot. Z-Freak
Way
is
less
going bottom.
potent by a
Z-Freak's
lot.
trying to do some crazy stuff here.
I think you just
S4.
died fountain. Like if you
Sit
need
up
to.
here. So Z-Freak comes back.
More
Whoa.
steps.
Wow, that's a
Lotus
bristle
Orb.
back. Lotus Orb actually counterstuns Moomy so it works out pretty well right there. RTZ, he's fairly overextended. Z-Freak doing plenty of damage. The Diabolic Edict, Pulse Nova, etc. Again, here the Lotus Orb's constantly going off. Z-Freak manages to land the Splitter on Templar Assassin. Not enough damage though. The tier 4 is still up for the time being. Finally, No Fire comes out on Z-Freak. They figure the Disco Pony is enough. They're going to try to take him out. Tinker manages to flick him at the last second. Z-Freak will go down. He buys back
They
immediately
have
though. The
Glyph.
Ancient is now exposed.
They got Glyph.
Lasers continue. They do have fortification as mentioning. Oh, Tinker just exploded right there, but he buys back immediately. Had it ready. S4, he has enough life apparently to stay alive. Arteezy, cast bouncing around, ends up hitting Tinker right there. BKB is up. No, the missile blade's done on top of that. Arteezy wants to finish him off, but Mumiander there for the save. And now Mu is back over. Darkness has come. And now Arteezy may be overextended up. People, can he doppelganger again? No, the silence lasting a little bit too long.
Just get out if you're EG at this point. The rest of them, I don't think anyone can. S4 is going to die, but they got Megas. They killed tier 4s. They did what they had to do right now.
Yes, in about 17 minutes they'll be able to kill that throne.
It really is big getting Mega Zone this game.
No, absolutely
Limp,
it is.
Yeah, because Limp, like, he can push out waves with double march. Now you might have to commit, like, more marches. You have to actually push forward.
All their damage is, like, flat numbers, so just giving that much that little bit more health to every creep. When is that Mu Battle Fury coming out?
Buybacks. What? I like how Fly's like, I'm going to scare him out with my buyback. Got him.
Intimidation buyback. Maybe they're not looking at who it was. They just heard the ding.
Yeah, they got to be careful just standing there.
These traps, man.
Yep. Got 'em.
Traps are dangerous.
Yep, see, look at these Megas. And the Beefcake boys coming in.
We got this, boss. And they're dead.
The dumbbells are too heavy.
We at least got here. Mu, he's half-life. He's fine, kinda. Once again, here the Lotusaurus, Mu Meander. Lock it up. They kill the ranged
racks down.
The melee racks staying alive.
They don't make Bristol commit buyback. It's so big. Like, he didn't have to buy back, so you save that.
Hear me out, Grant.
I'm hearing you.
I believe it's either 3 hours or 4 hours, okay?
Okay.
That at that point, the regular creeps are as strong as mega creeps.
Didn't they end up fixing that or
They
no?
capped it. They capped it so that
it
matches mega creeps at like 3 to 4 hours. I don't remember what it is.
Okay, I'm fine
so
with that.
So complexity has a win condition.
Yes. Wait, no, they don't. They just have a staying alive
They have
condition.
No, I'm saying, but once they get
even
there,
more condition.
Okay.
Once they get there, the game's on even turf.
I feel you.
So we're playing PvE.
Strap in, boys.
Why don't siege units get stronger? I don't like that.
I actually don't know. I agree.
Siege units just do 4,000 damage a hit. It just one-shots the throne. You really couldn't scale those. That'd be really hard to, like, balance.
I mean, they should be.
Scale.
I feel like there should be like
a little
mega creeps or super creeps versions of siege units.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of weird.
I'm actually shocked there's still no Moonshot on Night Stalker.
Yeah, that 200 vision is no joke. It's a radius.
Yeah, honestly, they attack speed as well.
If you include radius
I heard a
squared
BKB
pi.
somewhere.
Yeah, wait, it's
Oh, the Arteezy!
Oh, the Abyssal play, and he is dead for 130.
Well, no, we've said this before, and we have seen crazier base defenses.
Okay,
it's very close. This is the closest to over it has
They have
been.
no Warlock Golem either.
But here we go.
For 15 seconds.
13 seconds. They will kind of have it.
They do have Glyph, though.
All right, here we go.
They have
Epicenter
Glyph.
ready.
They have a 10-second BKB on Night Stalker.
And Glyph.
Sand King has to get back, trying to. Sumail chasing him,
nice.
but want to chase
Sandstorm
too
dodge.
far.
Nullifier down on TA.
Sumail, Epicenter on top of him. He gets the
Silver
force down
Edge.
from a teammate. There's a chaotic Godfrey flat out as well. That's 4. He is broken currently, so he is dropping as a result.
But
Mystic Flare with the
buyback.
agency on top of Lashdrack. Lashdrack's dead, and he ain't buying back for the time being as well. Same thing with Moomiander. No, he does have a buyback. He uses it immediately, but they lose so much damage with Tinker and Lashdrack dead. I think this time, boys, it is official. Chaotic offering coming out at the last second. The Burrow Strike stun is just too much to handle. GG, well played. Evil Geniuses will take the game and thus the series 2-0.
What a game.
Advance on to face Immortals.
And the punks have been satisfied.
For now.
I just really I like how Cole. I mean, they didn't make it work technically, but I like how they did like the the Sand King Mega Core and the Night Stalker Core, and they took it to an 82-minute game. Limp did a very good job, and Z Freak farmed, but. Are they almost outplaying themselves at certain points, right? Like that first draft, especially, and this one
was
bad.
It just feels like
I'm all too familiar.
I enjoy those, but now who would have guessed if you said going into today one of EG or Immortals is no matter what qualifying? That was probably the lowest case, right?
Would not have expected that.
I mean,
Optic and Cole definitely look stronger than
I definitely did not expect Optic and Cole to both lose.
Yeah.
And I think it's hilarious that the two teams that went 6-1 are the two teams that are now in the lower bracket. One's going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
Like both EG or
Someone's
both
dreams.
complexity and Optic. Not both of them are not going to go to TI.
Yeah.
Meaning like one of them is not going to
A
TI.
dream has been shattered. We
Yeah.
don't know whose, but that's sad.
Mine was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's
Your dream
that's
was
the thing.
shattered a long time ago, my friend. When you I'm just kidding.
PSJ, there's
But
something
that
we need
was-
to talk with you about.
That was just a
Aim
good
high,
game.
Breaky. Aim high.
The laning phase went extremely well, right? Like that second nighttime, and third nighttime were so big from Night Stalker, but it felt like maybe they didn't punish the Tricore hard enough. Like, they did get a lot of kills, but there was always a PL farming or an S4 farming, or, I mean, TA was the highest net worth almost the entire game. They punished it, but did they punish it enough, I guess, looks like they didn't, obviously.
I do say, like, after that whole game, if I had to point out one thing that stood out to me the most was the Night Stalker X being delayed.
A little bit, yeah. If
And they
got it
gave them the
earlier-
first Roche, too.
Yep. And
Which,
Tinker just
why?
dominates.
You know, like, you make a play with Golem when Roche is up against TA, and I feel like it's really hard to maintain the vision of we need to make sure this doesn't happen.
Yep.
And their only play for EG in terms of objectives was Roche. And once they used the Golem and then played around bottom, they just gave them the first Roche. And then EG got all 6, 7 Roches?
Yeah, they got
every single one, actually. I think.
So,
so.
I think that starts with the first Roche.
Yep.
So.
And it's not, right, like Refresher Shard, who cares who has it on EG? It's just Warlock doesn't have it.
Take it away.
It's so big. So, guys, that is the end of series number 2. What a pretty long first 2 series, but great series and all. And guess what? In the next series, Immortals versus Evil Geniuses, we are going to know another NA team besides VGJ Storm are going to be going to TI. Who is it? Is it going to be the Green Boys, the Blue Boys? We are not quite sure yet, but we are going to take a quick break. I assume EG as well will probably want a little longer
I
break.
think they're going to give a half-an-hour break to the teams.
So you
was what
guys
I heard
should
last.
go get food as well. Pizza in a bag's not a bad choice, but we are going to take a quick break, and when we get back, will EG go to TI? Will Immortals go to TI? I'm not sure. We'll have to find out soon. See you then.